Still a hard man. Let's go. Let's go. It's loading. We're just a loading. Take that time to chill. Chill for the thrill. Let's go. I'll be doing some more Blood Meridian. I think we're on chapter 7. But allow me to chill for a second and pull up frickin' Blood Meridian. Of course, it will be a die you drink story. Might as well start loading it in. Got a little bored. Not bored playing Helldivers. I mean, it's fun. It's not one just play constantly all the time. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. They still got some bugs they need to work out. But overall, not bad. Not bad. Okay, so last time, yo, Tree Master Bob, what's up? Let's go. So last time, uh, we were attacked because of Micah's stupid ass plan or whatever, and they killed Sean. I think Hosea is like, don't know where maybe Hosea is. Maybe we're trying to find him. And I gotta put him in first person. I forget how you put him in first person. I'm almost done chilling. Just one more place to chill. Because they have a gaming tab. Alright. There we go. Sean! Dude, the first time that I saw that Tree Master Bob when that happened, like, I was, like, seriously, like, Sean, no! Sean! Tore me up, dude. Tore me up. Sean! What's up, Azrael? Fuck. I gotta figure out where I gotta go. Let's go see what, Margaret's on over here. And let me get up Blood Meridian. Because I'm pretty sure I stopped it when the chapter ended, so it should be right where I need it to be. Alright, that's off. Whoops. That's part 2. Okay, here's part 1.
So long were his legs, so short the horses. The veterans and crying out huzzah from the windows, and some blowing kisses. And
Yeah, I was playing this book.
He's an Indian killer, because I claimed we was 3. He said he'd find anybody that was a guaranteed hand and take it up. We're getting out of this shithole. We ain't got no outfits. He knows that.
I think this is it. Maybe this was the end of the chapter.
Was a guaranteed hand and take it out of their shares. So don't let on like you ain't no seasoned. Yeah. It's 3 of the best. 3 days later, they rode out single file through the streets. stallion, and the killers on their small war ponies, smiling and bowing. Dark-skinned girls throwing flowers in the window, and some blowing kisses, and small boys running alongside, old men waving their hats and crying out to the sun. And Toadvine and the kid and the veteran bringing up the rear. The veteran's feet tucked into tapaderos, slung nearly to the ground. So long.
I thought we had finished this chapter. Maybe I'm wrong.
Out to the edge of the city for the old stone aqueduct, where the governor gave them his blessing and drank their health and their fortune with a simple ceremony. And they took the road up country. Chapter 7.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, that was the end.
Black and white Jackson. A meeting on the outskirts. Whitneyville Colts. A trial. The judge among the disputants. Delaware Indians. The Van Diemen. Hacienda. The town of Corralitos. Pasajeros de un país native. Scene of a massacre. India's documents. A native fortunes. RDR2. Felon. Tertiary forbidden. The town of Manos.
Anos.
Glanton takes a scout. Jackson takes the street.
Hard man, let's go. What's up, IDO?
Two men named Jackson. One black, one white. Both born named John.
The Jacksons.
Bad blood lay between them. And as they rode up under the barren mountains, the white man would fall back alongside the other and take his shadow with a shave.
When you gonna play Detroit Become Hard Man? Bro, whenever Tree Master Bob, whenever I beat Shenmue 3, like whenever I would beat a Shenmue game is when I would play Heavy Rain, right? So I beat Heavy Rain. So when I beat Shenmue 3, or like, you know, whenever I would beat a Shenmue game, I would play Heavy Rain. So, whenever I beat Shenmue 3, I'll play Detroit Become Human. But though, what was the, I can't remember his name now. Hoplite Official wanted me to play, and he asked us like 2 years ago for me to play, Beyond Two Souls with the, the tranny girl when she had tits, before she cut her tits off and became a man. I forget her name. But he asked me like 2 years ago to play that game. And I think maybe I should play that game, but I do have Detroit Become Human on already.
As if the white man were in violation, this person had stumbled onto some glitching his dark blood or his dark soul, whereby the shape he stood the sun above on the rocky ground, or something of the man himself, and in so doing lay in the ground. The white man laughed and proved things to him that said the words of God.
Damn it.
All watched to see how this would go, but none would caution either back from his course. And when Glanton looked to the rear along the column from time to time, he seemed to simply reckon them among his number and ride on. Earlier that morning, the company had met in a courtyard behind a house on the outskirts of the city.
So yeah, I just gotta beat Shenmue 3.
An oppression Jew named Schmeier pried open the box with a
An oppressed Jew?
and handed up a flat package in brown butcher paper, translucent with grease, like a paper of bakery goods. Glanton opened the package and let the paper fall in the dirt. In his hand he held a long-barreled, six-shot Colt's patent revolver. It was a huge sight for
Bastard.
dragoons, and it carried in its long cylinders a rifle's charge.
Got him.
5 pounds. These pistols were driven with a half-ounce conical ball through 6 inches apart. Whoa. And there were 4 dozen of them in case. Schmeier was breaking out the gang molds and flasks and tools, and Judge Holden was unwrapping another of the pistols. The men pressed about him. Glanton wiped the bore and chambers of the piece and took the flask from Schmeier. "She's a stout looker," said one. He charged the bores and seated a bullet and drove it home with the hinge lever pinned to the underside of the barrel. When all the sheet metal loaded, we didn't have to
Still rolling from the road.
In that courtyard, other than merchants and buyers, were a number of people. At the first, it gladly drew
Where's
sight of
Dutch
Arthur
even
Cat,
at?
but at that precise moment appeared upon the high wall from the other side as silently as a bird.
Oh, he's in freaking New
Turned
Saint
to make
Denis.
its way among
Son
the
of a
cusps
bitch.
broken glass
Oh well.
set upright
That's where we'll go
in the
next.
Gladden leveled a huge pistol at one end and thumbed back the hammer. The explosion in that dead silence was enormous. The cat simply disappeared. There was no blood or cry, just vanished. Fire glanced uneasily at the Mexicans.
I'll have a bounty here.
My beating heart.
Gladden thumbed back the hammer again and swung the pistol. A group of fowl at the corner of the courtyard that had been pecking in the dry dust stood nervously, their heads at various angles. The pistol roared, and one of the birds exploded in a cloud of feathers. The others began to trot in the long neck's crane. He fired again. A second bird spun.
What's the ruckus, boys?
Get back! We got a cursed creature in here!
Oh, yeah?
What
It's
the?
as big as a mule and as mean as a hellcat!
It looks like a lion to me.
That's a dog in there.
Dog?
Now, you'll excuse me. Step aside.
What?
I said step aside. Yeah, boy.
Search the barn.
The others flared, hoping that Gladden turned
Come here,
the
boy.
pistol and shot a small
Let's go.
goat that was standing with its throat pressed to the wall in terror, with no stone dead in dust. He fired one of the first to a shower of punches. He raised the pistol and swung toward the house, and the bell its right tongue. Something
Look
told
what you've done! Look what you've done!
What the hell's going on?
I'll take care of this.
Find the lion.
A woman appeared in the doorway of the house, and one of the Mexicans spoke to her, and she went in. Gladden looked at Bolton, then he looked at Schmeier. The Jew smiled nervously.
The Jew smiled nervously.
$50. Schmeier looked away. What is your name? He said. In Texas, 500. But you'd have to discount the rents. Mr. Riddle thinks that it's a fair price.
Oh shit, it is a lion, bros.
Easy, boy. Easy. Shit!
Oh shit, he killed me, bro. Son of a bitch. Got a drink. You're done.
I thought it was agreed, said Schmeier. Ain't nothing agreed. They were contracted for the war. You'll not see their like again.
He shot the thing! Is it dead? I pray that thing's a goner.
He's British, of course.
Whoever owned that beast got some answering to do.
Oh, well, that belonged to Grossly Offensive. That was Grossly Offensive's line. How much money do I have, dude?
I've never seen one of those before, and I hope I don't.
Map. doesn't tell me how much money I have. Is it in? No. Items? No. Doors? Huh. No. So bizarre. Never really noticed that. Maybe I'm just tripping.
Amen to that.
Alright, so let's go to Saint Denis. I guess we can inform the guy that his lion's dead. On the way.
Not till some money changes hands, it ain't agreed. A detachment of soldiers, 10 or a dozen of them, entered from the street with their arms at the ready. ¿Qué pasa aquí?
¿Qué pasa
Soldiers
aquí?
without interest. Nada, said Spire. Todo va bien. Bien? The sergeant was looking at the dead birds, the goat. The woman appeared at the door again. Está bien, said Holden.
It's good.
Negocios del gobernador. The sergeant looked at them. Somos amigos del señor Riddle, said Spire. Andale, said Glenn.
Hurry up.
You and your half-ass-looking niggers. The sergeant stepped forward and assumed a posture of authority. Glenn spat. The judge had already crossed the space between them, and now he took the sergeant aside and fell to conversing. The sergeant came to his armpit. The judge spoke warmly and gestured with great expansiveness of spirit. The soldiers squatted in the dust with their muskets and regarded the judge without expression.
It'll take
You
more
bet
than
some
that,
of it's
boy.
no money, said Glenn. But the judge was already bringing the man forward for a formal presentation. Le presento al Sargento Aguilar. Hugging the ragged.
Alright, Grossly, dude.
The sergeant held
Sorry about your lion, man.
It occupied that space of the.
What the hell? Last time it was just a zebra.
Odysseus returns. Sally, get the cages ready.
Yes, sir, Mr. Margaret, right away.
Man-eating lion. You didn't think that it might be useful for me to know that this time the animal was actually real, you moron?
Steady on. I clearly stated that we were looking
You
for...
haven't clearly stated anything in all the time I've known you. That could have been a goose for all I
A
know.
goose will hardly get them to their feet for the curtain call. Bring on the king of the beasts, on the other hand, and they feel the roar. And they, well, look about as surprised as you do. What have you done with him, if you don't mind me asking?
I killed him. He's dead.
Bloody
He's
hell.
dead.
This
He's
is
done.
rum, old boy.
Well, it was him or me. Now, pay me.
Yes, of course, of course. I have just the thing. And what a
Here you go.
treasure it is. You're a lucky man, sir. Very lucky man. From the mines of El Dorado, as green as the rainforest, as
What
clear
the?
as the Amazon, and as dear as all the gold in the Andes. One man's labor is but a trifle compared to this jewel's true value. Wait! I shouldn't. What would Daddy say?
Your
I'm gonna
daddy
beat
ain't
the
here,
shit out of you, dude.
and we had a deal.
Yes, of course. A promise is a promise. Sally, get the wagons moving.
Ain't we waiting for the lion?
He's in the great hunting ground in the sky. Good day, sir, and thank you. But we really must be getting along.
Farewell, good sir.
So long.
So long, Mr. Morgan. Next time you see me, I'll be topping the bill, I promise. Or at least I'll be on the bill.
Alright, we got an emerald out of that. Let's go.
Attention of all who stood there, like something presented for validation. And then Spire stepped forward and took it.
Giddy up.
Mucho gusto. Igualmente, said the sergeant. The judge escorted them from one to the next of the company, the sergeant formal and the Americans muttering obscenities or shaking their heads silently. The soldiers squatted on their heels and watched each movement in this charade with the same dull interest, and at length the judge hove up before the black. That dark, vexed face. He studied it, and he drew the sergeant forward the better for him to observe, and then he began a laborious introduction in Spanish.
Let's
He
freaking
sketched for the
go!
sergeant a problematic career of the man before them, his hands drafting with a marvelous dexterity the shapes of what varied paths conspired here in the ultimate
What's going on in
authority
here?
of the extant, as he told them, like strings drawn together through the eye of a reed. He adduced for their consideration references to the children of Ham, the lost tribes of Israelites, certain passages from the Greek poets, anthropological speculations as to the propagation of the races and their dispersion and isolation through the agency of geological cataclysm, and an assessment of racial traits with respect to climatic and geographical influences. The sergeant listened to this and more with great attention, and when the judge was done, he stepped forward and held out his hand.
Give it up now!
Jackson ignored him. He looked at the judge. What did you tell him, Holden? Don't insult him,
Give
man.
me one reason why I shouldn't
What did
put
you
a
tell him?
bullet through your head.
All
The
right,
sergeant's face.
there's a sack of grain in the kitchen. I stashed my cut there.
The hell? I'll kill you, dude. First person mode is Volcano. Yeah, bro, the whole series I played this way is in first person. Like, I beat it before, but not in first person mode. And not even knowing what Blood Meridian was either at that point. Some cigarettes, money clip. $11. He said his shit's in the kitchen. Well, I mean, shit, nigga. Is this the kitchen? Take the gin. Take the Guarma rum. Take that. Sink, stranger, revolver. You own the gin there, pal? Yeah, I don't know what this dude's talking about. That his his cut is in the kitchen. Here's some salted meat. Sawed-off shotgun. I would like this sawed-off shotgun, sir. Drop action double revolver for sawed-off shotgun. I don't know about that. Closed cabinet. Okay, it's on my map. Inspect the hidden stash. Here we go. $75. What the? Where'd he go? Where'd you go, you bastard? Whoa, $75. Let's go. And I kind of like robbed their whatchamadiddle there, bud. Their poker game.
The judge took him
Yep.
about the shoulders and leaned and
Yep.
spoke into his ear, and the sergeant nodded and stepped back and saluted him. What did you tell him?
Easy, easy.
That shaking hands was not the custom of your man. Before that, what did you say to him before that? The judge smiled. It is not necessary, he said, that the principals here be in possession of the facts concerning their case, for their acts will ultimately accommodate history with or without their understanding. But it is consistent with notions of right principle that these facts, to the extent that they can be readily made to do so, should find a repository in the witness.
I'm having mac and cheese for dinner. How about that?
Sergeant
Sounds good, bro.
just such a party, and any slight to his office is but a secondary consideration when compared to divergences in that larger
Mac and cheese is always good.
by the formal agenda of absolute destiny. Words are things. The words he is in possession of cannot be defined.
Words are
Their
things.
authority transcends his ignorance of their meaning. Black was sweating. The dark vein in his temple pulsed like a
Always a solid choice.
The company had listened to the
Can't go
judge in
wrong.
silence. Hugh smiled.
Oh, sir,
A
just
half-witted
in
killer
time.
from Missouri guffawed
I'm lost
softly
out
like a
here and I ain't got no food and no water.
The judge turned again to the sergeant, and they spoke together, and the judge and
What
he
the
paused
hell?
until his face stood in the courtyard, and the judge showed him one of the pistols and explained its workings with great patience.
I thought he was going to rob me.
Had risen and stood waiting. At the gate, the judge doled coins into Aguilar's palm, and he shook hands formally with each ragged charge and complimented them upon their military bearing, and they exited into the street.
Let's go, boy.
At noon that day,
Yep.
partisans rode out, each man armed with a pair of pistols, took the road up country as hoped. The outriders returned in the evening, and the men dismounted for the first time that day and recruited their horses in the sparse sway while Glandon conferred with the scouts. Then they rode on until dark and made camp. Toadvine and the veteran and the kid squatted at a small remove from the fire. They didn't know that they were set forth in that company in the place of 3 men slain.
Yeah.
They watched the Delawares, of whom there were a number
Oh,
of the party,
smoke.
and they too sat somewhat apart, crouched on their heels.
Damn, bro.
pounding coffee
Almost
beans
there.
in a buckskin with a rock, while the others stared into the fire with eyes.
Alright, 1 sec.
That night, the kid would see one of them sort with his hand among the absolute evidence for a right hole which to light his pipe. They were about in the morning before daybreak. They caught up and saddled their mounts as soon as it was light enough to see. The jagged
Basic
mountains were
Gabe
pure blue in
Wood.
the dawn, and everywhere
City Gabe Wood.
and the sun, when
All
it
the
rose,
cats would,
caught
bro.
the moon in the west, so that they lay opposed to each other across the earth. The sun white hot, and the moon a pale replica, as if they were the ends of a common bore beyond whose terminals burned worlds past all reckoning. As the riders came up through the mesquite and pyracantha single file in a light clank of arms and chink of bit rings, the sun climbed and the moon set, and the horses and the dew-soaked mules commenced to steam in flesh and in shadow. Toadvine had fallen in with a fugitive from Van Diemen.
Alright, here, see what Dutch is going to be fucking tried to caught us into now. Angelo Bronte. Oh yeah, we gotta find Angelo Bronte.
You boys ready?
Of course. What else do you know about this guy?
Not much, just
I'm
he's
good.
some slick little greasy-haired European with clearly got power and money. Now, listen. If we go in there and start shooting up the place, boy's gonna get shot, that I guarantee. Fella like this is gonna have a lot.
Oh yeah, they got John's son.
Arthur, so everyone just relax. We'll charm him. Trust me. This is the place.
Must be.
You okay, John?
I guess.
Just gotta take that waypoint off. It's just bothering me.
Excuse me, sir. We have an appointment to see Mr. Bronte.
Who are you?
Going to the frick party.
You get your boss down here and now so we can talk about this like gentlemen. Run along now, boy.
Go on, boy.
Was that the special Dutch charm I heard so much about? Relax. I got this. Don't worry, boys.
Whoa.
We're gonna be.
What's up, KT,
We're gonna
bro?
straighten a couple of things out with your boss.
Going to some greasy European guy who's kidnapped, I'm a king, let's fucking go. Look at this guy over here.
Chi sono sti buffoni?
Sono qui per Picciotto.
Coi soldi?
Why do you take his son?
Hey, it's not Mafia Monday.
Excuse me.
I said, why did you take his son? We ain't got no problems with you, sir. Nor you with us. But if you want to start one,
I'm swimming in
there's gonna
updates
be
for
a
my
lot of
painted
folks
mini.
dead in this
Let's
room
go.
before it's done.
So,
I got
you walk
the
into a
Sargon
nice
dopamine
city,
shunt.
stinking of shit and looking like this. And you come into
Dopamine.
my house before you have a bath and you tell me how to act? You ask me
I'm
to show
glad for you,
compassion.
bed.
Have I not shown you almost infinite compassion already by simply
I
running
did
to
give
breathe
my
in
review.
presence?
So maybe, you know,
Indeed you have. Now,
you did all the work. I just gave
we
an
are
overview.
simple country
Frickin' a
folk.
fez.
All we have is each other. And you have gone and you have
Nah, I'm
took
kidding, KT.
his
Awesome, man.
son over some dispute with some inbred ex-slavers. It ain't got nothing to do with any one of us.
You had nothing to do with destroying the liquor business.
We was innocent
What the?
bystanders. And that which we weren't innocent of, well, we most surely were ignorant of.
You twist words. You lie shamelessly. You
Oh, I'm
think
gonna
you're
need a
better than
shave
everyone
there
else.
soon.
Ti adoro. Vattene bere sti uomini.
Dutch going woke?
Angelo Bronte.
What
Dutch
the?
Vanderlyn, Arthur Morgan,
The pleasure is mine.
John Marston.
All mine, please.
So,
He works for Sweet Baby.
can my friend have his son?
Of course, of course. But should I be out of pocket over a misunderstanding? Of course I know you would not want that, huh?
No.
No. So how about this?
Dutch getting
You perform
pressed.
a simple job for me, and you get your son back.
What is it?
A couple of people have taken to grave robbing in this cemetery.
Well, that is a fine place for it, the best.
I love this guy. I love you. See, they've taken not only to desecrating the dead, but they've done so without paying a tribute to the living. Thing is, they see my men, of course they run a mile. So maybe you two head off, huh? And you, Mr. Van der Linde, you tell me more about my manners.
Gay.
Salute.
Salute.
Lord. Forge gang, I'm still a hard man. Let's go.
Grave
Oh,
robbers?
Sweet
Think he's
Baby is
taking
what
us for a
I
fool?
called all
No
these.
idea. What choice do we have?
None, I guess.
My friggin' thing cut off. What's up, Imperator? What's up, Warhammer, bro? What the fuck is going on, bro? First person horse riding is kind of takes some getting used to.
No, stop messing around.
Alright, shut up.
Man's
You
land
know where the
named
cemetery
Babcat,
is?
who had come west on leg bail.
Pretty sure I
Oh,
rode by
He
it
was from
earlier.
Wales by birth,
It's real impressive.
and he had but
You know,
oh,
you did
and
good. Holding your
okay, so
tongue in
chapter
there. Do
7
you trust
so
one
far,
word
Blood
that comes out
Meridian.
of that bastard's mouth? We
I
don't
really
even
don't know
where
what's
Jack
going on.
is. Listen, we found Bronte.
There's a
We got
conflict
in there.
between the
Dutch
black
is
and the
with him
white
now. All
Jackson,
things considered, it could have
and
gone
the
a
judge
lot
kind of
worse.
sorted it out,
That poor kid.
whatever the issue
He's
was,
been a good father to him.
with some like
I
deep
hope
philosophical speech.
he's okay.
And
He'll
then they
be
moved
fine.
on, and then
I
like they
figured
saw some dead scouts, I
the
guess.
Braithwaites were going to hold Jack ransom for all the money we cost him. They must have sent him here so we couldn't get to him. But Bronte knows by now there's no Braithwaites left to pay him. Jack ain't much use to him anymore. Let's just get this done. Let Dutch handle the rest.
Like it's probably
I
still
just
gonna
hope
end
you're
up in a
right.
shootout, I'm pretty sure. Just because doing all this doesn't mean you're not gonna just have to shoot and kill all these guys
I
anymore.
think this is it.
This is the
Keep it
cemetery.
down. Let's hitch your horses up ahead.
But it's cool you get to do a mission with John. Oh shit. Whoa.
Go on foot from here, Arthur.
Bruh. The hell? Trying to hitch my horse.
This way.
What the hell, bro? Hitch.
Come on. Let's just get this over with.
Alright, bro. Hold up a second, John. Damn. I'm trying to get my freaking guns and shit, bro. Yeah, bastard. Shit. Double barrel shotgun. Yeah, let's go loaded. Alright.
3 fingers to his right hand, and few teeth. Perhaps he saw in Toadvine a fellow fugitive, an earless and branded felon who had chosen in life much as had he. And he offered to wager as to which Jackson would kill which. I don't know them boys, said Toadvine.
Coming?
How do you think then? Toadvine spat quietly to one side.
Oh, I hit my charger.
I wouldn't want to bet, he said.
Plug the controller up.
Not a game.
Don't back out on me now, Arthur.
Depends on the game. The Blackie will do for him. Take your odds. Toadvine looked at him. The necklace of human ears he
Back out
wore
on me now,
like a
Arthur.
string of dried
Find him and
black
get the hell out of
pigs.
here.
He was big and raw looking, and one eyelid sagged where a knife had severed the small muscles there. And he was furnished with gear of every class. The
What do you
fine leather
mean,
shaggy.
dude?
He wore good boots, and he carried a handsome rifle bound with German silver.
You scared him
The rifle
away.
was slung in a cut-off.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought that's what I was supposed to be doing. What the fuck? Take care of the grave robbers. That's what he said. The fuck? Be more specific, dude. Like, what the hell? I'm like going in like loaded, like expecting these dudes are gonna be like shooting it out.
His shirt was in tatters, and his hat ransacked. You've not hunted the Aborigines before, said Bathka. Who says it? I know it. Toadvine didn't answer.
You hunting aboriginals there, pal?
They died.
Just some damn
So I hear.
Come on. Come
The
on.
Van Diemenlanders
Find him
smiled.
and get the hell out of here.
Much is changed, he said. When I first come into this country, there were savages up on the San Saba and hardly seen white men. They come into our camp, we shared our mess with them, and they couldn't keep their eyes off our knives. Next day, they brought whole strings of horses into camp to trade. We didn't know what they wanted. They had knives of their own, such as they was. But what it was, you see, was they'd never seen sawed bones in a stew.
Saw bones in a
Turbine
stew?
glanced at the man's forehead, but the man's hat was pushed down almost to his eyes. The man smiled and forked the hat back slightly with his thumb. The print of the hatband lay on his forehead like a scar, but there was no mark other. Only on the inside of his lower arm was there tattooed a number which Toadvine would see in a Chihuahua bathhouse. And again, when he would cut down the man's torso where it hung skewered by its heels from a tree limb in the wastes of Pineria Alta in the fall of that year. They rode up through Cholia and Noble, a dwarf forest of spine things, through a stone gap in the mountains and down among blooming Artemisia.
The dark western hour with ghosts. Pretty much, bro.
Plain of desert grass.
It's kind of like those old radio shows.
On the slopes were gray stone walls that followed the ridgelines down to where they lay broached and tumbled upon the plain. They did not noon, nor did they siesta, and the cotton eye of the moon squatted at broad day at the throat of the mountains to the east, and it was still right when it overtook them at its midnight meridian. Sketching on the plain below,
can I make a request? Yeah, bro.
Such dread pilgrims clanking north.
You can request these nuts.
They spent the night
got him.
in the hacienda, where all night men
For later, I mean, yeah, bro. Request whatever you want, man.
2 weeks before this, a party of campesinos had been hacked to death with their own oaths.
I was supposed to be doing Red Dead Redemption 1.
Rounded up what stock would drive and disappeared into
But I was like, nah, I'm gonna do 2 again.
Glenn ordered a goat killed. This was done in a corral while the horses shied and trembled. And in the flaring light of the fires, the men squatted and roasted the meat, and ate it with knives, and wiped their fingers in their hair, and turned in to sleep on the beaten clay.
I'm reading or an audiobook version of Treasure Island: The Three Musketeers. Well, I've read Three Musketeers before, bro, so maybe I'll do that. Three Musketeers. I've never read Paradise Island or Pleasure Island or whatever it was. So I might do that one just because I've never heard it before.
The horses shuffling through the caked ash.
But yeah, I'll definitely try to work it into something. Treasure Island is based. See, I knew it was going to be a shootout.
The sun glaring redly through the smoke. The smelter chimneys were ranged against the ashen sky.
Bastards.
Lights in the furnaces
Long John Silver. Bro, no way. I shot that dude like 4 times in the head.
Mud houses were reflected in pools along the flooded road, out of which great dripping swine rose rumbled before the advancing horses like oafish demons routed from a fen. The houses were loopholed and parapeted, and the air was filled with the fumes of arsenic. People had turned out to see the Texans, they called them, standing solemnly along the way, and noted the least of their gestures with looks of awe, looks of wonder. They camped in the plaza.
See, I wanted a shotgun.
Cottonwoods with their fires, driving forth the sleeping birds. The flames lighting up the wretched town to its darkest ends, and bringing forth even the blind, tottering with their hands outstretched toward that conjectural day. Blanton and the judge, with the Brownlows, were in the hacienda of General Zuloaga, where they were received and given their night fast without exception.
You son of a bitch.
In the morning, when
I'm
they
glad you boys
been
been screaming it for a bit.
Yeah,
bro.
Approached by a family of itinerant magicians.
Just killing time. Kill it. Bastard. That's why I wanted that damn shotgun, bro.
Their goods were piled up in tattered hangings, lashed to the backs of heavy birds. They were a man and his wife.
Fuck those guys.
girl. They were dressed in
We were trying to do
costumes with
Helldivers, but it won't
stars and
connect.
diamonds embroidered on them, and the once gaudy colors were faded and pale from the dust of the road. And they looked
Ghost
as
ghosts me in
red
Helldivers.
cast on this evil terrain.
It
The old
happens,
man
man.
came
It
forward
happens.
to the bridle
We've
of
hit the big
Glanton's
time.
horse. Get your hands off the horse, said Glanton. He spoke no English, but he did as he was told.
See,
He
John
commenced
was
to put
like,
forth his case.
Marston, how are we gonna find Jack now? Like, what do you mean, bro? Like, I'm going in blasting. I'm not gonna get blasted on and then start blasting.
Think there might be something in here.
You know? How are we gonna find him now? Well, I mean, they're gonna start shooting at us anyway. So, I mean, stop being a bee. Yeah, for real, John. Like,
Let's just track back to where we came in. Damn it.
yeah, they fucking cucked John so bad in
Stick
this.
to the side.
Oh, it's the blues. It's not very cash money, little bro. Not at all. Alright, I'll listen to you.
There's someone coming. Hide.
I'm right here, nigga.
He gestured. He pointed back toward the others. Glanton watched him. Who knows if he heard at all? He turned and looked at
Oh,
the
shit.
boy and at the two women. And he looked down at the man again.
Fresh, still bleeding. Must
What
just
are you?
been killed.
He said.
Still here.
The man held his ear toward Glanton and looked up with mouth agape. I said, "What are you? Are you a show?" He looked back toward
Stick
the
with
others.
me.
A show, said Glanton. Who for this? The man's face brightened. See, he said. See, who for this? Todo. He turned to the boy. Casimiro, los perros. The boy ran to one of the burrows and began to tug among the packings. He came up with a pair of bald and bat-eared animals, slightly larger than rats and pale brown in color. And he pitched them into the air and caught them in the palms of his hands, where they began to pirouette mindlessly. Mire, mire, called the man. He was fishing about in his pockets, and soon he was juggling 4 small wooden balls in front of Glanton's horse. The horse snorted and lifted its head, and Glanton leaned over the saddle and spat and wiped his mouth with the back of his hand. Ain't that the drizzling shits? He said.
Ain't that the drizzling shit?
The man was juggling and calling back over his shoulder to the women, and the dogs were dancing, and the women were turning to in preparation of something when Glanton
Come on,
spoke.
quick. Let's get back to Dutch.
Don't start no more of that crazy shit. You want to ride with us, you fold in the back. I promise you nothing.
trying to do?
Vámonos. He rode on. The company clanked into motion, and the juggler ran, shooing the women toward
It's
the
lucky
burrows.
I ain't a
The boy
religious
stood
man.
wide-eyed,
Let's just get
with
back
dogs
there,
under
collect
his
our
arms
side
until
of the
man
deal.
spoke.
You alright?
He best not be playing games with us.
He almost certainly is. But let's just see. Keep your head. Act normal.
How's he even gonna know we did what he asked?
I got a feeling most things around here get back to him pretty fast. Like I said, we'll just see where we're at once we got
We
Jack.
just gotta get Jack back, not Jack Black.
Alright, let's get this done.
Back for you, pal.
Come on, Arthur.
Oh, John, treat that better. That's our horse. We named our horse Tree. Well, actually, y'all, the
Come
chat
on,
named it when I
let's get this
started
over
this playlist 3 years ago. Everyone doing well. Hand pink waving. What's up, Mo?
You coming in
Mo,
with me?
let's go. We're getting Jack back. Howdy, Mo. Oh,
What are you doing? Let's go get Jack.
dude, I'm taking care of my horse, John. Give me a second, nigga.
Good boy.
Damn. Mo for show.
Easy, boy. Let's get this over with.
Yep, I'm good. Yourself? How's Mo doing? What's going on in the world of Mo?
Well, you took your time.
Jack, where's your host?
Like I said, you took your time.
I'm glad to see you.
Let's get going. What a fine man. Hey, friend.
Give the horse an apple.
You all right?
3, 4 KT, let's go.
Mr. Bronte has invited us to a garden party at the mayor's house.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
us, just simple country boys.
Feed. Here, treat that better. I don't even know what I fed him. Oh, I fed him some corn. Some more corn. How about one more? You got one more in you, boy? Here you go, boy. Thanks, goes. No, thank you, Mo. Thank you, bro. Let's brush this side of him.
Yeah, you all right there, boy?
Punch you till Meridian bleeds. Oh, Chauncey, bro, we're in the middle of Chapter 7. I don't know what the hell is going on. They met some Van Diemen Landers.
Okay, fella.
There's a conflict between the black and the white Jackson. They're beefing.
You're gonna love it.
What the fuck? What were y'all doing?
All right, let's get this boy back to his mother.
You sure you're okay, son?
I'm fine. Papa Bronte said you'd come
But
for me.
I have it paused because
I'm sorry
of all this fucking dialogue.
for that.
You can't hear it.
So long.
I had a fun time. I had my own room with a big
Lol,
bed
Black
and
Jackson.
box, and lots of books.
Did they do anything to you?
Have you ever had spaghetti?
What's that?
It's food. It looks like worms, but
John
it's
is just
delicious.
bewildered by spaghetti.
Is that right?
Papa Bronte teaches
No, it's not
me
Mafia
Italian
Monday,
words.
Chauncey, but
Don't call it
there's
that,
we
please.
just met like
Caballo?
the mob boss of New Orleans. He wears a gay looking fez. And he acts really
That's a
gay.
slipper.
A slipper?
They gave me 2 pairs. One for day and one for night.
Well, I'm just glad you're all right.
Oh, yes. I had the best
They
time.
killed
They can't
Sean
wait to
in
see Mama.
the last one.
Did she miss me?
And I think Jose is
Sure
missing.
did.
Old
Like you
man.
wouldn't know.
He's a fez freak.
Real good to see you, Jack.
You too, Uncle Arthur. Did you catch the bad guys?
Which ones?
At the graveyard. Uncle Dutch and Papa Bronte told me.
Papa Bronte.
Mr. Bronte. Yeah. Me and your pa dealt with them.
I told him you would.
Wait till you see this new camp.
Not another one.
Well, this one's got a house. Not as nice as Mr. Bronte's, mind you.
That's okay.
We'll get you settled and cleaned up in no time.
Oh, I had a bath last night.
Of course you did.
Like John's like sad that his son got like he's like deflated, like, oh, this greaseball can give my son a bath and I'm just an outlaw. You know, like, come on, Turkish frick face. Like, damn, John. Chauncey Fez sack.
Abigail! Abigail! We got you, your son, everything.
We got him!
Mama!
He's fine!
I'm fine, Mama. They fed me good. Italian food.
Flaky John. It's true.
You got him. You got my son back. Dutch, Arthur, thank you. Thank you. I got my son back!
Jack. How are you, boy?
I'm fine, thanks.
Everything's okay now. Abigail?
Can I go play now?
So,
Well,
Oh, no, Jose is there.
we
Never
met
mind.
Mr. Bronte. He is
They just killed Sean.
quite a character.
is he now?
You ever meet an
And we got
Italian
chased out of
strongman
town.
before?
Not outside of a circus.
Well, let me tell you all about him. John, You go be with your family. Arthur, thank you. Boys, we got some work to do. Interesting work. But first, let's have a drink. We got Jack back!
Damn.
Well, the boy's safe, thank
Makes
you.
me want a cigarette.
Thank you, Arthur.
Can you sing us a song like Buster
I
Scruggs?
don't know how to say it.
What the?
Thank you.
I understand. Come on.
I don't even know what Buster Scruggs is, pal. Link it.
Dutch says, go be with your family.
I'll give it a listen after the stream. Total take. Gang share. Your share, $112. Alright, look, I got an emerald. Chauncey, we killed a lion and we got an emerald. From Grossly Offensive. Is this the money bag thing here? Oh, dang, Sadie. What's your problem? Okay, so now, since there's nobody fucking talking.
To him. They rode out through the rabble past great cones of slag and tailings. The people watched them go. Some
Signy
of the
Beer
men
Queer.
stood hand in hand like lovers, and a small child led forth a blind man on a string to a place of vantage. At
Mix
noon, they
Manerne.
crossed the stony bottom of the Casas Grandes River, and they rode along a benchland above the gaunt rill of water, past a place of bones where Mexican soldiers had slaughtered an encampment of Apaches some years gone. Women and children, the bones and skulls scattered along the bench for half a mile, and the tiny limbs and toothless paper skulls of infants like the ossature of small apes at their place of murder, and old remnants of weathered basketry and broken pots among the gravel. They rode on. The river led a lime-green corridor of trees down out of the barren mountains. To the west lay the ragged Carcaj, and to the north the Animas peaks, dim and blue. They made camp that night on a windy plateau among pinon and juniper, and the fires leaned downwind in the darkness, and hot chains of sparks raced among the scrub. The jugglers unloaded the burros and began to set up a large gray tent. The canvas was sprawled with arcana, and it flapped and lurched, stood towering, luffed, and wrapped them about. The girl lay on the ground.
This is the best thing to a Blood Meridian movie.
She began to drag through the sand. The juggler took small steps. The woman's eyes were rigid in the light. As the company watched, the four of them all clutched to the snapping cloth.
They'll never make it because it's too
sight beyond the
offensive.
reach of the firelight and into the howling desert, like supplicants at the skirts of some wild and irate goddess.
Dude, I was looking it up. James Franco tried to make one. Like he made one, but it wasn't like a good adaptation. You know, it kind of sucked ass, I guess, you know, because he would cut stuff out.
You okay, Sadie?
Finished up Jeremiah. Let's go!
Well, we got lucky this time.
Just extremely long.
If you say so.
Hey, Bill, why don't you fuck off, dude?
Paradise, an unspoiled paradise.
Yeah, I hope so.
Faith, Arthur, have a little faith.
I'm gonna punch you right now, dude. I can't antagonize him. The fuck? Bastard. Whiskey bottle. Internet companies throttle America.
All the tents lumber horribly away into the night. When the family of jugglers returned, they were arguing among themselves, and the man went again to the edge of the firelight and peered out upon the wrathful blackness, and spoke to it, and gestured with his fist. Nor would he return until the woman sent the boy to fetch him. So he sat staring at the flames.
I'm aware
while
it
the
depends
family
where you live
unpacked.
if you get good
They
internet.
watched him uneasily. Blanton watched him also. "Showman," he said. The juggler looked up. He put one finger to his chest. "You," said Blanton.
The case
He
of the
rose and
deceitful
shuffled
German?
Blanton was smoking a slender black cigar. He looked up at the
What
juggler.
the?
"You tell fortunes?"
Baron von
The
Schwarzheart.
juggler's eyes skittered. "Hum," he said.
Ukraine can play heel
Blanton put
divers,
the
and me and
cigar in his
Warhammer
mouth and
can.
mimed a deal of cards with his
Thanks, Joe
hands.
Biden.
"La baraja," he said. "Para adivinar la suerte." The juggler tossed one hand aloft. "Si," he said, shaking his head
Some
with pleasure.
propaganda there.
Todo. He held up one finger and then
What?
turned and made his way to the trove of shoddy, partly offloaded from the burrows. When he returned, he was smiling affably and manipulating the cards very nimbly. "Venga," he called. "Venga." The woman followed him. The juggler
Karen?
squatted before Blanton and spoke to him in a low voice.
What's up with the Spanish subtitle?
He
They were
turned and
singing a
looked at the
Mexican
woman, and
song.
he riffled the
Starlet
cards
wants
and
100
rose and
bitcoins.
took her by the hand and led her over the ground away from the fire and seated her facing
Trying
out
to learn
into the
Mexican
night.
cuss words.
She swept up her skirt and composed herself, and he took from his shirt a kerchief, and with it he bound her eyes. "Bueno," he called. "Puedes ver?" "No, nada,"
Viva la raza!
said the woman. "Bueno," said the juggler. He turned with a deck of cards and advanced toward Blanton.
Between you, do what you do. Ain't no good, ain't no bad, just things that make you feel good or make you feel sad, and just the length of time between being born and dying. That's all
I'm getting a
is.
neat Mexican wife with no rights or freedoms.
Judgment man. Ain't no heaven.
They'll call you a gringo. Yeah, they will call you a gringo.
Maybe there is damnation.
Oh yeah, you're damned, Micah. She can never divorce me then because I forgot what you just said. Hold on, let me check my stream real fast.
No, I'm okay, thank you. I'll just watch.
Suit yourself, then.
Because she has no rights, so she can't divorce you. That's right.
Blanton waved him away.
I gotta try. How did your St.
"Los
Patrick's go?
caballeros,"
My St.
he said.
Patrick's, bro, I was
The
working,
juggler turned.
so it kind of sucked. Rice and beans is bacon on the menu. No, I don't want more coffee. This is not what I wanted.
It's Marty. Marty.
You're drunk. Get some rest.
Get some rest. Get some rest. What am I, a child?
I'm gonna eat.
I'm a lady.
Black was squatting by the fire watching. When the juggler fanned the cards, he rose and came forward. The juggler looked up at him.
Oh, yes.
He folded the cards and fanned them again, and he made a pass over them with his left hand and held them forth, and Jackson took a card and looked at it. "Bueno," said the juggler. "Bueno."
Gotta try and find my. I don't know where my room is.
And took the card and held it aloft and turned. The card popped once, shut.
Hey,
Have to walk only half the way.
with a continental act, you'll have to push the other half. Started as a thieving mine in 1849. Opposition they defy, so people must root.
See, you can tell everyone that your Mexican wife cross-dressed
Very good.
to get across the border. They just stopped singing. Alright, well, fuck y'all then. Where is my fucking, like, I go to sleep at, bro? Is this it? She wanted to work on my pig farm so bad, she dreams of it. Where the fuck am I supposed to go, bro?
There he is.
Oh, Oh,
Arthur.
hey,
Miss
Karen.
Karen,
The strong, silent, manly one of us.
Yeah,
you're drunk.
This ain't drunk, Arthur.
It smells drunk.
gonna get you
Well,
another
it don't
drink.
smell it, you stuck-up piece of shit. Goddamn you.
Take it easy, Miss Karen.
What did she mean by this?
Okay, well, let's talk more later.
Sure, Arthur.
Where is she going?
Promptly. He looked at the company seated about the fire. They were smoking. They were watching. He made a slow sweep before him with the card outheld. It bore the picture of a fool in Hollywood and a cat. El tonto, he called. El tonto.
They call it Tyson's food because I beat my wife
She
like
raised
Mike
her chin slightly,
Tyson's.
and she began a sing-song chant. The dark Querent stood solemn, like a man arraigned. His eyes shifted over the company. The judge sat upwind from the fire, naked to the waist, himself like some great pale deity.
Boycott
From the
chicken
black's
nuggies
eyes
now.
rose tears, he smiled. The woman ceased. The fire fled down the lane. Quien? Quien? Cried the juggler. She paused.
Or you support
El
Biden.
negro, she said.
El Negro.
El negro, cried the juggler, turning with the card. His clothes snapped in the wind. The woman raised her voice and spoke again, and the black turned to his mates.
Got to rain.
What did she say? The juggler had turned and was making small bows to the company. What does she say? Tobin? The ex-priest shook his head. Idolatry, Blackie, idolatry. Do not mind her. What does she say, Judge? The judge smiled.
What is going on?
With his thumb, he had been
Judge
running
Holden for
small life
president.
through the folds of his hairless skin. And now he held up one hand with the thumb and forefinger pressed together in a gesture that appeared to be a benediction.
He knows
until
how
he
to
flung
treat
something
Mexicans.
unseen into the fire before him. What does she say? What does she say?
Is this where I go to sleep at, bro?
I think she means to say that in your fortune lie our fortunes all. And what is that fortune? The judge smiled blandly, his pleated brow
The
not
hell?
unlike a dolphin's. Are you a drinking man, Jackie? No more than some. I think she'd have you beware of the demon rum. Prudent counsel enough. What do you think? That ain't no fortune.
Scalpers for
Exactly
president,
so.
let's
The priest is
go.
right. The black frowned at the judge, but the judge leaned forward to regard him. Wrinkle not thy sable brow at me, my friend. All will be known to you at last. To you as to every man. Now a number of the company seated
Right,
there
now
seemed
where's
to
the
weigh
sleep
the
at?
judge's words, and some
There we go.
turned to look at the black. He stood an uneasy honoree, and at length he
Alamo
stepped back into the
2.0.
firelight. And the juggler
Cleaning
rose and
yourself
made a
up there?
motion
Yeah, I
with the
just found the
cards,
room and couldn't
sweeping them
find
with a
it.
fan before him, and then proceeding along the perimeter past the boots of the men
Drank
with
3
the
bottles
cards
of whiskey
outheld,
and then just went
as
to
if they would
sleep.
find their own subject. Quien?
Karen wanted the stuff,
Whispered.
but
They were right loath all.
she just walked off.
When he came before the judge, who sat with one hand splayed across the broad expanse of his stomach, raised a finger and pointed. Young Blaserius yonder, he said. Como? El Hoven. El Hoven, whispered the juggler. He looked about him slowly with an air of mystery until he found with his eyes the one so spoken. He moved
Equip
past the
store and
adventurers,
locker.
quickening his step. He stood before the kid. He squatted with the cards and fanned them with a slow, rhythmic motion akin to the movements of certain birds at court. Una carta, he wheezed. The kid looked at the man, and he looked at the company about him. See, said the juggler, offering the cards. He took one. He'd not seen such cards before, yet the one he held seemed familiar to him. He turned it upside down and regarded it, and he turned it back.
Oh,
The juggler took
hello,
the boy's
Karen.
hand in his own and turned the
How are you
cards with his.
doing today?
Then he took the card and held it up. Cuatro de copas, he called.
Morning.
Oh,
The woman
Mernin?
raised her head.
what time did I go to sleep?
She looked like a blindfold mannequin, raised awake by a string. Cuatro de copas, she said. She moved her shoulders. The wind went among her garments and her
Grimshaw
hair.
keeping off your back?
Bien,
I wish.
called the juggler.
Well,
El hombre,
just keep your head
she said.
down.
Okay.
El hombre más joven. El muchacho. El muchacho, called the juggler. He turned the card for all to see.
I don't want to play dominoes. I want to
The
put
woman
money
sat
in the
like that
fucking
blind
community
interlocutrix
chest.
between Boaz and Jachin, scribed
Okay,
on the
there it
one
is.
card in the juggler's
Thank you.
deck.
I put
They
you in
would
one of
not
the
see
upstairs
come to
bedrooms.
life.
I thought that would be a little
True
nicer for
pillars
you.
and true
I mean,
cards.
the place isn't
False
junk,
prophetess
but
for all.
we can survive.
I'm off to make my
She
mac
began
and
to shake.
cheese.
Yes, it's,
Alright, 3-4. Have a
it's
good one,
great if you
sir.
love alligators and
Enjoy your
judge
mac
was
and
laughing
cheese there,
silently.
pal.
Exactly.
He bent slightly,
It's
the
left
better
at
to
the top
see
of
the
the
kid.
stairs and head on to the end of the
The
landing.
kid looked at Tobin
Thank you.
and at
Go
David
get
Brown.
stuck in the mud.
And he looked at
3-4.
Grant and himself,
What
but they
the?
were not laughing.
What's up, Sadie?
So what do you
The
think of
juggler,
this place?
kneeling before him, watched
folks
him with
sure
a
move
strange
around a lot.
intensity.
Yeah,
He followed the
that's
kid's
how it
gaze to
goes.
the judge and back. When the kid looked down at him, he smiled a crooked smile.
Butt crack and
Get the hell away
snuzz.
from me, said the kid.
Contribute.
The juggler leaned his ear forward, a common gesture and one that served for any tongue.
Give
The
item.
ear was dark and misshapen, as if in being put forth in this fashion it had suffered no few clouts. Or perhaps the very news men
Donate.
had for him had blighted it. The kid spoke to him again, but a man named Tate from Kentucky, who had fought with
Tate from
McCullough's
Kentucky.
Rangers, as had Tobin and others among them, leaned and whispered to the ragged soothsayer. And he rose and made a slight bow and moved away. The woman had ceased her chanting.
It's
The
not
juggler
showing
stood
me that
flapping in
the
the wind,
cost
and
of
the fire
anything's going
lashed a
on.
long, hot tail over the ground.
Like I'm just donating it for
Quien,
nothing.
quien? He called. El jefe, said the judge. The
Okay, there you
juggler's
go.
eyes sought out Glenn. He sat unmoved. The juggler looked at the old woman where she sat apart, facing the
3-4
dark,
celebrates the
lightly
War of
tolerant,
1812.
racing the night in her rags.
Oh, no.
He raised his fingers to his lips, and he spread his arms in a gesture of uncertainty. El jefe.
When
hissed
they
the
burned the
judge.
White House.
The man turned
The
and went
Irish and
along the group
Mexicans
of the
may be
fire,
both
and brought
Catholic, but
himself
they are
before
not the
Glenn,
same.
and crouched and offered up the cards, spreading them in both hands. If he spoke, his words
Same
were
with
snatched
Italians
away
and
out of her.
Mexicans, but there are some commonalities in
Glenn
Roman
smiled.
culture.
His eyes were small against the sea.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Right?
He put
Because,
one hand forth and paused.
like, everything came out of Rome, pretty much. All these distinct languages and cultures and stuff.
He looked at the juggler.
In some way or
Then he took a
form or
card.
fashion.
The juggler folded shut the deck and tucked it among his clothes.
Where we gotta go, bro?
He reached for the card in Glanton's hand. Perhaps he touched it. Perhaps not.
Hosea.
The card vanished. It was in Glanton's hand, and then it was not.
Do we go see the old man Hosea, the gilded cage of Rudy Coleman, or do we go see Galdi, who wants us to go beat up some innocent people that owe him money? 1 for old man Rudy, 2 for snake merchant Galdi. Why does 3-4 celebrate 1812? 3-4, is that true? Let us know if you celebrate the War of 1812. Galdi is going to be a side mission. Hosea is like the main mission. 3-4 celebrates America losing to... Hold on, I gotta go read. Losing to England. It's not true! He said we deserved to learn. No! I don't know. I will let 3-4 speak for himself. He's eating his mac and cheese currently. So let him have time to enjoy the savory mac and cheese. I'm sure he'll get his answer. They didn't lose. No one won. Has it ended in a truce? Well, there you go. Okay, so I'm gonna go piss real fast. And I'll be right back. Let me know if it changes chapters. I don't think it is, but sometimes they're long chapters, sometimes they're not.
The juggler's eyes snapped after it where it had gone down the dark. Perhaps Glanton had seen the card's face. What could it have meant to him? The juggler reached out to that naked bedlam beyond the fire's light, but in the doing he overbalanced and fell forward against Glanton and created a moment of strange liaison, with his old man's arms about the leader as if he would console him at his scrawny bosom. Glanton swore and flung him away, and at that moment the old woman began to chant. Glanton rose. She raised her jaw, gibbering at the night. "Shut her up," said Glanton. La Carosa, cried the beldam. Invertido.
Morning, Arthur.
Carta de guerra, de venganza. La vi sinueda sobre un rio obscuro. Glanton called to her, and she paused as if she'd heard him, but it wasn't so. She seemed to catch some new drift in her divinings. Perdida, perdida. La carta está perdida en la noche. The girl standing this while at the edge of the howling darkness crossed herself silently. The old malabarista was on his knees where he'd been flung. Perdida, perdida, he whispered. Un maleficio, cried the old woman. Que viento tan maliente. My God, will you shut up, said Glanton, drawing his revolver. Caroso de muertos, llena de huesos, el joven que... The judge, like a great ponderous gin, stepped through the fire, and the flames delivered him up, as if he were in some way native to their element. He put his arms around Glanton. Someone snatched the old woman's blindfold from her, and she and the juggler were clouted away. And when the company turned in to sleep, and the low fire was roaring in the blast like a thing alive, these four yet crouched at the edge of the firelight among their strange chattels, and watched how the ragged flames fled down the wind as if sucked by some maelstrom.
We only tactically retreated, no surrender.
To which man's
Is it still in chapter 7?
As if beyond will or fate, he and his beasts and his trappings moved both in card.
Let's go see what the snake merchant Galeby wants. I'm not gonna dress up like a woman for you, Galeby.
And the wind had abated in the night, and the things of the night were gone. The juggler on his burro trotted out to the head of the column and fell in with Glanton, and they rode on together. And they were so riding in the afternoon.
Mr. Morgan.
Strange Strauss.
Still working, Mr. Strauss. What you been up to?
Trying to wrap up our accounts before we leave, Mr. Morgan.
So you'll be joining us in Tahiti?
I rather fancied Australia. A similar kind of people to us. Lots of opportunity.
That's
Imagine that.
Want to be ranchers.
Perhaps, but so far we have not raised many cattle.
No.
So, Mr. Morgan, will you help me finalize our business here?
This is filthy work.
We'll need money in Australia. For cattle and feed, I mean. Why flinch now?
Get the
You
fuck
never
out
have
of here,
done
bro.
before.
I don't know.
Well, here they are. Some fishermen by the name of Davison, L.J. Davison, living in a place called Catfish Jackson near Scarlet Meadows.
A fisherman.
And That's it. We're a
Damn, we were
union
just
built
talking
on
about
that.
Jacksons.
Okay.
Jacksons. The white Jackson and the black Jackson. In Blood Meridian.
Walled presidio, composed wholly of mud. A tall mud church and mud watchtowers. And all of it rain-washed and lumpy and sloughing into a soft decay. The advent of the riders bruited by scurved curs that howled woundedly and slank among the crumbling walls. They rode past the church where old Spanish bells, sea-green with age.
Let me check the stream. It's doing weird shit. Chauncey's thing is just stuck up on the screen. Okay, there you go. It loaded. Eat that Vegemite and call it Marcus. Turncoat turnbuckle.
Between low mud dolmens, dark-eyed children watched from the hovels. The air was heavy with the smoke from charcoal fires, and a few
Alright,
old
let's go see what
pelados sat
Hosea
mute
wants.
in the doorways, and many of the houses were caved and ruinous and stood for pens. An old man with soapy eyes lurched out at them and held forth
Owen
his
Hart
hand.
was a war hero and 3-4 killed him. No, bro, that's no way that's true. 3-4 is like he was probably like 5 years old.
Hey, Arthur.
I don't know how old 3-4 is, but I'm pretty sure he's younger than me.
Old
He'd
friend
probably be
Dutch
even
Randall
younger
is
than me.
finally showing his true colors. Social climbing.
Old Senor Bronte, that horrendous snake, has invited us to the ball, Cinderella. So my suggestion is we go and get you a gown.
You son of a bitch.
What? You son of a bitch. Dutch. You dumb bitch, Dutch. He did. It's diapers.
You're ridiculous.
Utterly.
I ain't never been to a ball in my life. Nor have I, if I am being
How about you
honest.
ball these
Quite
nuts?
often. There can be fine pickets.
No pickpocketing. We are here
Oh,
to
we're
make
going to the
real
mayor's.
contact. What kind of contact? Well, I don't know. We'll find what we can. All I know for sure is we are going to a party at the mayor's house, and the guest of honor is the worst crook in town. I'm sure that we will find something. Okay.
I'm eating mac and cheese. Let's go. I thought you were eating it now.
Look
Or
out.
earlier.
I'm afraid the mayor does not allow guns at
He
official
chewed through the
functions
rest of
after
his
last year's
TT.
incident.
Dude, with all this Vince McMahon stuff
Look here, we'll
and
take you,
stuff
Mr.
going
Bronte.
on,
I believe
dude, I
he's expecting
guarantee,
you.
dude, like,
Follow me, gentlemen.
check out the wrestling conspiracy iceberg, bro. Like, there's so many conspiracies in wrestling, you know.
We're so pleased that you made it.
We are honored to be here.
That's wonderful, wonderful.
Like, I get in arguments with people, or not really even arguments, but like I don't think Chris Benoit killed his family or nothing. I think that Vince McMahon was shutting them up for something that made it look like something, you know.
Bill, you join the party. We'll meet you
Chris
out back
Benoit
after
is
we pay our
innocent
respects to Senor
and
Bronte.
was framed. The craziest conspiracy is that wrestling isn't gay. It's not gay, bro. I mean, there's parts where women, you know, fight each other basically in their underwear. Chauncey McMahon, nation states are just a civic faction of imperialism. National identity doesn't correlate with race. You think Earth is cat and nukes are fakes. Yeah, that's true. That is true. It's just oily backflip. No, bro. It's not just oily backflip, man.
And you've washed per la prima volta questo mese, senza dubbio.
This is quite a party you've invited us
There's
to.
storylines, okay? There's wrestling is like redneck anime.
High society.
It's like a soap opera for dudes.
These are friends of yours, Senor Bronte.
No, not quite.
No, it's true.
Afraid of me. Like that one. See that wretch? He's the mayor.
Not true. Who said ghost?
You'll do anything for $1, and I mean anything.
Politics is a foul business.
Yes. Oh, and that one too. That is Alberto Fusar. He owns a sugar plantation out on the island. And he
Whoa, we
comes here
slaving
to
over
really
here?
spoil
We
himself.
slaving over here.
Oh, and that
Is this one of the? Are these the guys that own the boats?
Confederate major
Wrestling
in
is
the
or
war.
stripping is
And a
to dance.
hero, they
That's
say,
good. Yeah, I would
but
agree with
this
that.
is
WWE
their
has the
young
deepest
wife.
lore. There's a lot of
I mean,
lore.
a young mistress, that's the natural order of things, yes, but their young wife is unseemly. Oh, the Redskins. I have no sympathy for them, because whoever is stupid enough to get tricked by the Americans, no, they get what they deserve, huh? Yes, and a letter to the mayor. Oh, yeah, that'll save you.
What did he mean by this?
And that is Hector Fellows, this self-righteous newspaper man. Maybe you will kill him for me one day.
Well, we're not paid killers as such, not in cold blood anyway.
I did not know you were so particular that you wouldn't help a friend.
Oh, I'm willing to help in any way I can, within reason.
I'm going to pretend to understand what that means.
I meant no offense, sir.
Damn journalists.
None taken.
Damn guinea right here, bro.
All these vulgar people.
That's what Arthur's thinking, like this slime ball wop.
Well, it has been wonderful conversing with you, but I can tell that you are very busy, and I won't
Fake
waste any more of
news.
your time.
Yes. Go enjoy yourselves and mingle.
Me and KT were talking about the War of 1812 and how the Canadians burned down. I was meaning to go back to that because I had remembered.
Those sure were the days.
And that's why we moved the capital, I think, further. They moved it further south from New York, so it wasn't as close to fucking
Well,
Canada.
we are going to need
They moved it down to D.C. And the Canadians like, okay, it's good, bud, it's good, okay. And that was, I think, a part of the truce or whatever Warhammer mentioned.
Such matters. But you, as a guest, yes, as my guest, bah, do it, huh? Okay, good day, gentlemen.
Goodbye.
Ok, ragazzi, adesso il vino buono.
The maple manners.
I'll show you to the party, gentlemen, if you'll kindly follow me.
Okay, let's go to the frick party. Let's go back to Blood Meridian.
He croaked to the passing horses. Por Dios! In the square, two of the Delawares and the outrider Webster were squatting in the dust with a weathered old woman the color of pipe clay. Dry old crone, half naked, her paps like wrinkled aubergines hanging from under the shawl she wore. She stared at the ground, nor did she look up.
It's fucking music.
Go find the mayor if you can and stay out of trouble. And steal nothing unless it's information.
Of course.
Jose, you go find us someplace to rob. Bill, go make us some new friends.
Aubergines. Book streaming gaming is the most keynote ever. What the? Mingle with the guests in the courtyard. I just don't think that you can like hear it with this music playing. So I'm trying to keep up with the book. Getting the volume right is paramount. Well, I mean, can you hear it with like over the music
Down the square. The town appeared
and them
empty.
talking?
There was a small company of soldiers garrisoned here, but they didn't turn out. Dust was blowing through the streets.
Okay, that's
His
good.
horse leaned and sniffed at the old woman.
Mingle with
jerked its
these
head
nuts.
And Glanton patted the animal's neck and dismounted.
Alright, it's perfect. Alright,
She
bro.
was in a meat camp about 8 miles up the river, said Webster. She can't walk. How many were there? We reckon maybe 15 or 20. They didn't have no stock to amount to anything. I don't know what she was doing there. Glanton crossed in front of his horse, passing the reins behind his back.
Is this Epstein's Island? Oh, hold on.
Drunk, you fool. But this man loves darkies.
Hey, you are
The narrator has the right voice to sing while now. Whoa. You having a seizure, bud? What's going on? Oh,
Come on, sleep it off.
go Come on, buddy. Let's go over here to this darkly 34th second. No, it's not New Zealand.
Sit down and calm down. Count to 1,000.
Okay. I don't know what that.
Join the party.
What's
Thank
that?
you, sir.
My pleasure.
Henri Lemieux. I hope you're enjoying my party.
The mayor.
Allegedly.
There's quite a place you got here.
It's not mine, and the city is horribly in debt, but we can still put on
And I still think it's on chapter
every
7.
meter.
Like, did it ever say chapter 8 yet when I was pissing?
To have another deranged drunkard on our hands.
Shall we?
I don't think it did.
My lord, they're fantastic.
Bill Gates is Chauncey's best bud. I'm doxing your mom, you Tasmanian devil.
Excuse me, pardon. Excuse me, pardon. Monsieur, please.
Pissing and shitting.
Mr. Cornwall was quite insistent, I'm afraid. He shouted down the telephone for several minutes.
Mr. Cornwall is a horse's ass, and a bad horse.
I'm very
Imagine
sorry. It's not your fault. I'm a fool.
playing Helldivers in Madagascar. Whoa, buddy.
They say something about Cornwall.
Imagine the internet there.
What?
Dirty Devil 3-4. Devil Dog.
She bites. She had raised her eyes.
Oh, where'd he go? There he is.
Glenn pushed the horse back and took one of the heavy saddle pistols from its scabbard.
Macy Cat is really a giant cat.
Watch yourself there.
Madagascar.
Several of the men stepped back.
Got him.
Up. Neither courage nor heart sink in those old eyes. He pointed with his left hand, and she turned to follow his hand with her gaze, and he put the pistol to her head and fired. The explosion filled all that sad little pocket.
Chauncey loves deviled sausages. Is that it's true? Is that true, Chauncey?
Fist-sized hole erupted out of the far side of the woman's head in a great vomit of gore, and she pitched over and lay slain in her blood without remedy. Glanton had already put the
KT
pistol
smells
at
like
half-cock,
gay
and he
PPP.
flicked away the spent
Think
primer
they are
with his
hot
thumb
shit because they
and was
got a
preparing
few
to
hundred
recharge the
weird
cylinder.
turtles.
McGill, he said. A Mexican solitary of his race in that company came forward. Get that receipt for us. He took a skinning
What
knife
in
from his
the-
belt and stepped to where the old woman lay and took up her hair
Chauncey.
and twisted it about his wrist and passed the blade of the knife about her skull and ripped away the scalp.
You wet.
Glanton looked
Bad.
at them. They were stood, some looking
Frick.
down at the old woman, some already seen to their mounts or their equipage.
You dirty island boy
Only the
Fritz.
recruits were watching Glanton. He seated a pistol ball in the mouth of the chamber, and then he raised his eyes and looked across the square.
What?
The juggler and his family stood aligned like witnesses, and beyond them, in the long mud facade, faces that had been watching from the doors and the naked windows dropped away like puppets in a gallery before the
shit.
slow sweep of his eyes. He levered the ball home and capped the piece and spun the heavy pistol
What
in
the?
his
This,
hand and returned it to the scabbard at the horse's shoulder
dude, this is
and took the dripping
messed up.
trophy from the gill
I'll scalp
and turned
you
it
all
in the sun,
like
the way a man
Mexicans
might
not.
qualify the pelt of an animal, and then handed it back and took up the trailing reins and led his horse out through the square toward the water at the ford. They made camp in a
Ford,
grove
not the
of cottonwoods across
forge.
the creek just beyond the walls of the town, and was
You won't
dark,
run
they
up,
drifted
little
in small
bro.
groups through the smoky
Oh
streets.
God.
The circus folk had set up a little
For-
pitch
for-
tent in the dusty
Oh
plaza,
shit.
and had stood a few poles about mounted with cressets of burning
I'll
oil.
roll up.
The
Roll up
juggler
these
was beating a
nuts.
sort of
Got
snare
him.
drum made of tin and rawhide, and calling out in a high nasal voice his bill of entertainment.
Fruit roll up.
While the woman shrieked, "Passe, passe, passe," sweeping her arms about her in a gesture of the greatest spectacle.
Grab
Yellowvine
boy
and
on
McCann
belts of
watched
never
while
more
Lily stood his
wheelchair.
way. Pathcat leaned and spoke to him.
Oh shit. Let's
Look yonder,
go.
Jimmies. They turned to look
I'll
where he
give you the
pointed.
tank Tariq
The
machine
black
treatment.
stood stripped to the waist behind the tent. And as the juggler turned, with a sweep of his arm, the girl
Leviticus Cornwall. General Cornwallis was the British general. Return to Dutch at the gala. Here I come, KT. Chauncey is jelly that Macy can beat up his chihuahua. What the? Leviticus cornhole.
Sir.
Good evening. Hello.
I don't even have a chihuahua.
Find anything?
I think so.
I own a pet rock. I have a chia.
Maybe not. Arthur? Gentlemen, I think we're done here.
What did you find
I
out?
own a cat.
Plenty
Cat
of money
emoji.
through here, of course, and I think I found out how we can grab some of it. A big bank. Real one, I mean. But not yet.
A city bank.
Maybe. And a stuffed one. If we're gonna leave, that could be the one thing
Pet
we
slab.
There's also that trolley car station Senor Bronte told us about, and I heard about a high-stakes poker game. Come on.
We're gonna rob it? I had a chia pet at work for a while.
Here comes Lenny.
He was pretty
All right.
base. KT has a
Let's get in.
Tamagotchi Gigapet.
Go home.
I ain't never felt so awkward in all my life. All them folk all so pleased with themselves. Oh, high society's pigeon shit. If you ask me, it's
Damn, Bill.
torture.
Go off, King.
Point, isn't it?
That's so 1990s.
Torture themselves.
Here's them papers I took.
Anybody see you take this?
I don't think so.
I might have an idea. Let me think on it.
Collecting blackmail on my enemies. Alright. I'm old. We're all old, bro. Remember them? I'm wise. Whoa, just dropped in. Cha.
I guess. So what's next?
Smelt it.
More along the lines of armed robbery. Jose is handling reconnaissance on the bank. He and Abigail are going to run some distractions, see how the law reacts.
Good.
I'm off to have a nap. Alright, 34. Thanks for dropping in, bro. Go to Sam bed.
Indian chief we saw.
Yeah, I met him too, with the mayor.
He's lobbying officials in Saint Denis on their behalf. Maybe we could help.
Maybe.
Now, I think there's a lot of money on the river.
Sim bedtime.
A lot of money.
Wow, my ability to marry reminds me of Bells of Nevermore. Sleepy Crick.
One big score down here, Arthur, and
Dude, mac and cheese make you tired,
we're
bro.
almost heading home.
Mac and cheese,
Where is home?
get your belly all full.
Exactly. But I can smell it.
Watch this first, 3-4. 3-4, watch Chauncey's video and go to bed.
Okay.
Please. The Gilded Cage. Okay, the Gilded Rudy Coleman Cage. I'm gonna go piss and smoke. Drunk on cheese. I'm gonna keep Blood Meridian going. I don't know if it's in Chapter 8 yet. Let me know if it goes to Chapter 8. Because I still think it's on Chapter 7. But I gotta piss. And I gotta, like, whenever Arthur lit up a cigar earlier, I wanted to smoke. So I'll smoke half a cigarette, okay? I'm not gonna smoke a whole one. You sit down to pee. I do not sit down to pee. I'm going to pee outside. Cuck. Chapter 8. It's in Chapter 8. If it's in Chapter 8, then I'll probably end Chapter 8. I'm not potty trained. No, I'll pee outside, bro. I'm like house trained.
Gave him a shove, and he leaped from the tent and strode about with strange posturings under the lapsing flare of the torches. Chapter 8.
Oh, what the hell?
Another cantina, another advisor. Monty, a knifing. The darkest corner of the tavern, the most conspicuous. the Sereno, riding north, the meat camp, Granny Rat, under the Animus Peaks, a confrontation and a killing. Another anchorite, another dawn. They paused without the cantina and pooled their coins, and Toadvine pushed aside the dried cowhide that hung for a door, and they entered a place where all was darkness and without definition. A lone lamp hung from a crosstree in the ceiling, and in the shadows, dark figures sat smoking. They made their way across the room to a clay-tiled bar. The place reeked of wood smoke and sweat. A thin little man appeared before them and placed his hands ceremonially upon the tiles. "Dígame," he said. Toadvine took off his hat and put it on the bar and swept a clawed hand through his hair. "What have you got that a man could drink with just a minimum risk of blindness and death?" "Como?" He cocked his thumb at his throat. "What have you got to drink?" he said. The barman turned and looked behind him at his wares. He seemed uncertain whether anything there would answer their requirements. "Mescal? Suit everybody?" "Trot it out," said Bathgat. The barman poured the measures from a clay jar into 3 dented tin cups and pushed them forward with care, like counters on a board. "Quanto?" said Toadvine. The barman looked fearful. "Seis?" he said. "Seis what?" The man held up 6 fingers. "Centavos," said Bathgat. Toadvine doled the coppers onto the bar and drained his cup and paid again. He gestured at the cups, all 3, with a wag of his finger. The kid took up his cup and drained it and set it down again. The liquor was rank, sour, tasted faintly of creosote. He was standing like the others with his back to the bar, and he looked over the room. At a table in the far corner, men were playing cards by the light of a single tallow candle. Along the wall opposite crouched figures, seeming alien to the light, who watched the Americans with no expression at all. "There's a game for you," said Toadvine. "Play Monty in the dark with a pack of niggers." He raised the cup and drained it and set it on the bar and counted the remaining coins. A man was shuffling toward them out of the gloom. He had a bottle under his arm, and he set it on the tiles with care, together with his cup, and spoke to the barman, and the barman brought him a clay pitcher of water. He turned the pitcher so that the handle of it stood to his right, and he looked at the kid.
All right, I'm back.
He was old, and he wore a flat-crowned hat.
We'll
of a
get
type
to
no
chapter
longer
9,
much seen in that country.
and then I'm gonna end it.
And he was dressed in dirty white cotton drawers and shirt.
I can
The
fly like
huaraches
Peter
he wore
Pan.
looked like dried and blackened fish lashed to the floors of his feet. "You are Texas?" he said. The kid looked at Toadvine.
My dear Arthur.
"You are Texas?"
I hope this letter finds you well. I wanted
Hey,
to thank you for your help with Jamie. He and Daddy are still arguing, but I understand that Jamie is thinking about going back to college. Whatever happens, I believe you saved his life, and we are all truly grateful. Oh, Arthur, I have made such a mess of my life, time and again. Why can I not change and be the woman I want to be? Why couldn't you change and be a man and put down all those fantasies that shroud your judgment? Life is very confusing, and I see now that I am not very good at it. I'm afraid we've got ourselves into another mess. It's not my fault, but I need your help. I'm staying at the Hotel Grand in Saint Denis. Oh, Arthur, I know it is wrong to ask you, but I have nobody else, and for what we once had together, I beg of you.
Katie, I'm sober and it's killing me.
I am ashamed to do so. Yours, Mary.
Or is it? So press 1 for Sadie. I don't know. I kind of simp for Sadie Adler there. She's kind of like Bonnie. I should have simped for Bonnie harder, and I wouldn't have killed that guy. And she's closer. But I could go into town, and I could get a haircut. I could go to the saloon. Go to a trap. I haven't hunted nothing really. But Sadie's right there. And Sadie is fine. Close pussy. Sadie needs to speak with you. Nice. Shady Belle Bayou. Let's go see what Sadie's up to. Because I do simp for Sadie. Sadie feet pics win. In her boots. But she's just like, you know, she's in a video game. Where are you, Sadie? Boot look like shit. George Floyd don't show in comment. Gorge Floyd. I saw there was a TPUSA rally at some college for Rittenhouse. I don't know why, but Black Lives Matter were like trying to like kill people. Police had to escort him out of the university because of mob of crazy, angry white and black niggers were like, wanting to kill these people. I said I want to gorge Noid myself.
How you doing, Mrs. Adler?
Well, hopefully you'll be able to breathe at least.
Been quite a journey since
Horseman Apocalypses. Let's go.
Yes.
And now you and Dutch have joined high society. Oh, Lord above.
Yeah, seems so.
I think my days in polite society are over.
Well, I just saw Bill Williamson at a party at the San Denise's mayor's house. If he can do it, anyone can.
You get any leads?
Yeah, I think so.
You know so, Arthur Morgan. Come on. We need to talk.
What the fuck?
Adler,
What a cockblock.
When you gonna let me come robbing with you, Dutch?
My lord, a few more like her, we could take over the whole world.
A few more like her, there wouldn't be much of a world left.
Yes, perhaps.
Now, the trolley bus station. I went down there. I took a look at it. I think we can hit it.
I ain't never robbed in a city before.
Well, you leave the planning to me. You'll ride with me.
Always. Is it just you and me?
No, we'll need one more, I reckon.
I say Lenny.
Not Micah.
Well, that depends if you want a massacre or a payday.
No, I wish that there was something I could do to make the two of you get along better.
Well, that's easy. Make them change.
Very funny. What is that?
Oh, shit.
What the hell have they done to me?
Look, there in the tree line.
Everybody take cover!
What the fuck, dude? I'm still waiting on the news. Monday was supposed to be the last day. Still don't answer in the mail. I hope you hear something soon, bro. So yeah, I ate all that stew and drank all that coffee so I could kill all those guys. That seems a little excessive. I think they're trying to send a message, KT. Why do I have to get down there when I can just snipe them, bro? Yeah, bastard. The O'Driscolls. Kieran betrayed the O'Driscolls and was living with us, and they found him.
Hold in here.
They found him, bro. But he was like their second cousin or some shit. 60-day deadlines were missed.
The old man said, "It was Texas 3 years." He held up
Can I
his
go?
hand. The forefinger was gone with the first joint, and perhaps he was showing them what happened in Texas, or perhaps he merely meant to count the years. He lowered the hand and turned to the bar and poured wine out of the cup. He took up the jar of water and poured in sparingly after. He drank, set the cup down, and turned to Toadvine. He wore thin white whiskers at the point of his chin, and he wiped them with the back of his hand, looking at it. You are Sociedad de Guerra contra los Pablos. Toadvine didn't know. He looked like some loutish knight beriddled by a troll. The old man put a phantom rifle to his shoulder and made a noise with his mouth. He looked at the Americans. "You killed the Apache, no?" Toadvine looked at back. "What does he want?" he said. The Cantina lander passed his own three-fingered hand across his mouth, but he allowed no affinity. "The old man's full," he said. "Or..." Toadvine propped his elbows on the tiles behind him. He looked at the old man, and he spat on the floor. "Crazier than the runaway kid, ain't you?" he said. There was a groan from the far side of the room. He rose and went along the wall, then to speak with others. The groans came again. The old man pressed his hand before his face twice, and kissed the ends of his fingers, and looked up. "How much money's they pay you?" he said. No one spoke. "You kill Gomez. They pay you much monies." The man in the dark of the far wall moaned again. "Madre de Dios," he called. "Gomez, Gomez," said the old man. "Kill Gomez. They are soldiers. Es soldados tan valientes. Sangre de Gomez. Sangre de la gente."
Son of a bitch, dude.
"Blood," he said. "These countries give much blood. This Mexico. This is a thirsty country. The blood of 1,000 Christs. Nothing." He made a gesture toward the world beyond, where all the land lay under darkness, and all a great stained altar stone. He turned and poured his wine, and poured again from the water jar, temperate old man, and drank. The kid watched him. He watched him drink, and he watched him wipe his mouth. When he turned, he spoke neither to the kid nor Toadvine, and seemed to address the room. "I pray to God for this
Stay
country.
undercover. Alright, bro.
I say that to you. I pray.
I'm
I
trying.
don't go in the church. Why I need to talk to them dows there? I talk here." He pointed to his chest. When he turned to the Americans, his voice softened again. "You are fine caballeros," he said. "You kill the Pablos. They cannot hide from you. But there is another caballero, and I think that no man hides from him. I was a soldier.
This is for Kieran,
It is
bro.
like a dream. When even the bones is gone in the desert, the dreams just talk to you. You don't wake up forever." He drained his cup, and took up his bottle, and went softly away on his sandals into the farther dim of the cantina. The man at the wall moaned again and called upon his God. The cantina lander and the barman spoke together, and the barman gestured at the dark in the corner and shook his head. And the Americans chambered down their last cups, and Toadvine pushed the few tlacos toward the barman, and they
Jump
went
through
out.
the window and find Sadie.
It was his son.
That's how I jumped through the
said
window, bro.
Bathcat. "Who was?" "The lad in the corner, cut with a knife." "He was cut?" "One of the chaps at the table cut him. They were playing cards, and one of them cut him." "Why don't he leave?" "I
Holy
asked him the same
shit.
myself." "What did he say?" "He had a question for me. Said where would he go to?"
Whoa.
They made their way through the narrow, walled streets toward the gate, and the fires of the camp beyond.
Protect Sadie. Let's go.
A voice was calling. It called, Las 10:30, Tiempo Sereno. It was the watchman at his rounds, and he passed them with his lantern, calling softly the hour. In the pre-dawn dark, the sounds about described the scene to come. The first cries of birds in the trees along the river, and the clink of harness, and the snuffle of horses, and the gentle sound of their cropping. In the darkened village, roosters have begun. The air smells of horses and charcoal. The camp has begun to stir. Sitting all about in the approving light are the children from the town. The men rising know how long they have been there. Darkness and silence. When they rode through the square, the dead squaw was gone, and the dust was newly raked. The jugglers' lamps were stark and black atop their poles, and the fire was cold before the pitch tent. An old woman who had been chopping wood raised up and stood with the axe in both hands as they passed. They rode through the Sacs Indian camp at mid-morning. The blackened sheets of meat draped across the bushes or hung from poles like strange dark laundry. Deer hides were pegged out on the ground, and white or ruddled bones lay strewn over the rocks in a primitive shambles.
That's messed up.
The horses cocked their ears and stepped quickly. They rode on.
Take some of that gin, buddy.
Jackson caught them up.
Snooze some
His
gin.
mount surveyed and all but blown. He turned in the saddle and measured him with his eye. Then he nudged his horse forward, and the black fell in with his pale wayfellows, and all rode on as before. They didn't miss the veteran until that evening.
We okay? I think so. Except for Karen here. Poor kid. Mr. Swanson, would you take this boy and bury him someplace near, but not too near?
Of course. Charles, help me with the body.
We need to get this place cleaned up. Mr. Pearson, Miss Grimshaw.
Already taking care of it. Come on now.
Miss Grimshaw's MVP.
Colm O'Driscoll.
Gilf.
I can really hate. So can I, Arthur. So can I. We need to get moving. Away from here.
So we should start looking for another camp.
You ain't thinking big enough, Arthur. You ain't seeing the vastness of our problems and our opportunities.
I'm not sure I get you.
You will, son. You will. Meet me near the trolley station. We got work.
Shall we?
Yep.
Damn it, John.
Kieran, that poor kid we spared from O'Driscoll's gang up in the mountains is dead.
Another Dutch scam.
Chopped his head off and tried to kill the lot of us. Whole place gives me the creeps.
Alright. Gonna smoke a bowl in the stream, guys. Well, after I finish chapter 9, I hope fucking chapter 9's not like fucking hours long. Because we're like 3 hours, we're almost 4 hours into the book. Part 1 of Blood Meridian.
I can't believe those pigs did that to him.
Huh?
Kieran?
He was such a gentle soul.
Hello.
Yeah, he saved
Mary
my
Beth.
life one time. I'll miss him.
You make the bastards pay, Arthur.
If we get the chance, we surely shall.
I'll make the bastards pay.
this morning.
Longest running Ghost game series playlist. It's true, bro. It's subjectively true. And then I threw Red Dead 1 into it like a month ago, which was just a mistake. We're gonna go to... Dude, fuck Dutch. I'm gonna go to this stranger right here. So I'm gonna go piss and smoke and play Chapter 9. Oh no, we're in Chapter 8. Chapter 8. Chapter hate. Hate, hate, hate. Hate, hate, hate. Hate, 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 hate. Alright. Chapter 8 of Blood Meridian. It's always like that.
The judge made his way down through the smoke of the cook fires and squatted before Toadvine and the kid. What's become of Chambers? He said. I believe he's quit. Quit.
Come on, pal.
I believe he has. Did he ride out this morning? Not with us, he never. It was my understanding that you spoke for your group. Toadvine spat.
Yep.
He appears to have spoke for himself. When did you last see him? Seen him yesterday evening. But not this morning. Not this morning. The judge regarded him.
I'm gonna go piss and smoke. I'll be right back.
You knowed he was gone. It ain't like he was so small you never would miss him. The judge looked at the
Rest
kid.
in peace,
He
Kieran
looked at
O'Driscoll.
Toadvine again. Then he rose and went back. In the morning, 2 of the Delawares were gone. They rode on. By noon, they had begun to climb toward the gap in the mountains. Riding up through wild lavender or soapweed under the Animas peaks, the shadow of an eagle had set forth from those high and craggy fastnesses crossed the line of riders below, and they looked up to mark it where it rode in that brittle blue and faultless void. They came up through pinyon and scrub oak, and they crossed the gap through a high pine forest and rode on through the mountains. In the evening, they came out upon a mesa that overlooked all the country to the north. The sun of the west lay in a holocaust, where there rose a steady column of small desert bats. And to the north, along the trembling perimeter of the world, dust was blowing down the void like the smoke of distant armies. The crumpled butcher paper mountains lay in sharp shadow fold under the long blue dusk. And in the middle distance, the glazed bed of a dry lake lay shimmering like the Mare Imbrium. And herds of deer were moving north in the last of the twilight, carried over the plain by wolves who were themselves the color of the desert floor. Clanton sat his horse and looked long out upon this scene. Sparse on the mesa, the dry weeds lashed in the wind like the earth's long echo of lance and spear in old encounters forever unrecorded. All the sky seemed troubled, and night came quickly over the evening land, and small gray birds flew crying softly after the fled sun. He chucked up the horse. He passed, and so passed all, into the problematical destruction of darkness. They camped that night on the floor plain at the foot of a talus slope, and the murder that had been reckoned upon took place. The white man, Jackson, had been drunk in Janos, and he had ridden red-eyed and sullen for 2 days through the mountains. He now sat disheveled by the fire, with his boots off, drinking aguardiente from a flask, circumscribed about by his companions and by the cries of wolves and providence of night. He was sitting so when the black approached the fire and threw down his episcimore and sat upon it and fell to stoking his pipe. There were 2 fires in this camp, and no rules real or tacit as to who should use them. But when the white man looked at the other fire, he saw that the Delawares and John McGill and the new men in the company had taken their supper there.
John McGill.
And with a gesture and a slurred
What a
oath,
name.
he warned the black away.
Get away, darky.
Here, beyond men's judgments, all covenants were brittle.
Around blacks, never
The black looked
relax.
up from his pipe bowl. About that fire were men whose eyes gave back the light like coals socketed hot in their skulls, and men whose eyes did not. But the black man's eyes stood as corridors, for the ferrying through of naked and unrectified night from what of it lay behind to what was yet to come. Any man in this company can sit where it suits him, he said.
I'm
The
gonna
white man
smoke this
swung his head,
bowl.
one eye half closed, his lip loose. His gun belt lay coiled on the ground. He reached and drew the revolver and cocked it. 4 men rose and moved away.
Hello, sirs.
You aim to shoot me? Said the black.
Yeah, I
You'll get
did.
your black ass away from this fire. I'll kill you graveyard dead. He looked to where Glanton sat. Glanton watched him. He put the pipe in his mouth and rose, and took up the episcomar and folded it over his arm.
Whoa.
Is that your final say? Final is the judgment of God. The black looked once more across the flames at Glanton, and then he moved away in the dark.
Yeah, bro, this
The white
book is
man
really
uncocked the
based.
revolver and placed it on the ground before him. 2 of the others came back to the fire and stood uneasily. Jackson sat with his legs crossed. One hand lay in his lap, and the other was outstretched on his knee, holding a slender black cigarillo. The nearest man to him was Tobin, and when the black stepped out of the darkness bearing the bowie knife in both hands, like some instrument of ceremony, Tobin started to rise. The white man looked up drunkenly, and the black stepped forward and with a single stroke swapped off his head. 2 thick ropes of dark blood and 2 slender rose like snakes from the stump of his neck
White
and
Jackson,
arched, hissing into
no.
the fire.
This blood
The
spurting.
head
Oh,
rolled
the
to the left
fire.
and came to rest at the ex-priest's feet, where it lay with eyes aghast. Tobin jerked his foot away and rose and stepped back. The fire steamed and blackened, and a gray cloud of smoke rose, and the columnar arches of blood slowly subsided until just the neck bubbled gently.
So fantastical. There exists
Hold up.
nothing like it. Anywhere. In an effort to bring this entertainment to even the poorest dreamer of dreams, I have determined the ticket price should be very low, and the show held without a profit. To me, it's true. For it is blessing
Hold
enough to
up.
bring these gifted artists to you.
Ghost, give us your top 3 celebrity feet.
I discovered this next
Top 3 celebrity feet are probably gonna be like, what's that bitch from Star Wars? Rey. Can't remember.
He was just a 10-year-old boy.
Can't remember her
I
name.
raised him. I bathed him.
That bitch, Brie
I
Larson,
shaved him
and
from head to toe. He is truly a
3.
wonder to behold. Presenting
Probably Liv Morgan. She's a WWE wrestler. I didn't tag her.
You stink!
Arts and mystical prowess, my dear ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's unfortunate fact that in this mortal coil we are all born to suffer from all manner of maladies in daily life. Who here has not had a friend or loved one near death's door from coal gas fumes, typhoid fever, diphtheria, or the bite of a rabid animal? The greatest wealth is your health. All the gold in the world cannot purchase it, and yet it is the most delicate and tenuous of all life's gifts. And nothing knocks down
Base Techler.
death's door faster than this. A man cannot outrun a bullet. Many fools have tried and failed in this endeavor, including the tonic salesman I caught bedding my wife.
What the?
I joke. I assure you, he has met his maker and they are playing gin rummy among the molten lava of hate.
Bring somebody out,
I have
Ben.
traveled all around the world, delighting young and old with all
Benjamin
manner
Lazarus.
of feats of amazement, but none are as dangerous as what I am prepared to attempt tonight. I will hand this Dee Dee Packenbush revolver over to my assistant and stand at considerable distance across the stage. She will point the revolver at my head and pull the trigger using lightning-quick reflexes taught to me by a tiny man I met in the distant Orient. I will catch the
Ancient Chinese secret.
Yes.
I paid money for this?
To prove that these are
Paid $2 for this bullshit.
if my sharpshooting assistant would be so kind as to shoot this bottle of Lalico off my head.
This is insane.
One dude just said this is insane.
Careful. I could do without the bullets in the break right now.
Okay. Oh my God. What?
Oh my God! Sweet Jesus! Oh my God! That would always catch me. Now, observe as I, the great Benjamin Lazarus, will do what no man has ever done and cheat death as if it were nothing.
This is me on a Shaggy stream, but I can't chat. I'm banned, so I can't say it.
This is awful.
She really kill him? Boo. Ain't nobody can stop a bullet.
Thank you. Let's do that again.
You're pulling my leg. This is a bunch of dang balderdash.
A skeptic. I'm Benjamin Lazarus. I assure you, I am not participating in some hoax or carnival
You got no styles, no gimmicks.
are 100% real. In fact, I challenge any member of the audience to come forward with their own firearm, and I will yet again display my uncanny skill to catch a bullet in my teeth.
Are you sure you want to do that, bud?
No one man enough.
It's all nonsense.
Come on, someone stand up and take a shot.
Okay. If nobody else is gonna expose this phony, then I will.
I trust you are a good shot, sir.
I can shoot a fly's wings off at 100 paces.
Excellent, my good man. Now, ready? Take aim.
Fight is too much.
And fire.
He gonna knock his teeth out.
Is he okay?
Damn it. I should have shot him. I should have shot him, bro. Damn it. I will shoot him next time. I was gonna kill that nigga. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky, dude. You're me popping into person's chat.
Yes! Truly a feat of incredibility. I told you that boy would bring you all manner of personal satisfaction. He certainly does me. Now, I discovered this next remarkable woman in the lost jungle, deep in the wilds of Colombia, where they do not wear.
Oh, damn it, dude.
She
Can I leave?
Yes, she does. And for those with the universe,
Damn it, dude. I could have. I'll kill that guy next time. Trust me.
Easy now, partner.
Alright. So back to chapter 9.
And then that too was stilled. He was sad as before, save headless, drenched in blood.
Headless.
The cigarillo
Like
still
Kieran,
between
what
his
the
fingers,
hell, bro?
leaning toward the dark and smoking grotto in the flames where his life had gone. Glanton rose. The men moved away. No one spoke. When they set out in the dawn, the headless man was sitting like a murdered anchorite, discalced in ashes and sark. Someone had taken his gun, but the boots stood where he'd put them. The company rode on. They hadn't gone forth 1 hour upon that plain before they were ridden upon by the Apaches.
The Apaches.
Chapter 9.
Oh,
And
that was it.
Emboscado.
That's chapter 9, bros. That's chapter 9. I'm gonna go check. I'm not gonna play any more Blood Meridian. That's chapter 9. Back of the line, you're done. There won't be a next time. Let's go see what the blind man wants.
Oh, is someone there? Hello? Please, can you spare some money for a blind man?
Here you go, friend.
Bless you, mister. Truly, you're a saint. Yes, sir. There should be more people in the world like you. God bless.
Where's the horse at, bro? What the hell?
Please, anything you can spare would be much appreciated.
No. It says it's Shinmu. I don't want to look at my journal.
Did I drop a coin? I know I heard it. Oh, here we are.
My horse, like, tied up, bro. I just started walking. Damn, bro, I gotta run to my fucking horse. This is brutal. I want my damn horse, nigga.
Hey, move it!
I was trying to, like, time the shooting. KT. You know what I mean?
You came!
Yeah, I came. So, what do you need?
Wait there. I'm coming straight down.
She's the one that wrote me the letter. It's a scam. Always doubt the blind. Well, he might have been a war veteran from the Civil War or something, you know, KT. You never know.
Hello, Mary.
You came.
Sure. Whenever you call for me, I'll come.
Oh, Arthur.
What's wrong?
Daddy.
Your father? I'm a bigger fool than I even thought.
I'm begging you, Arthur. I know Daddy was not kind to you, but surely you cannot hate a man for the sin
You like Mary?
of loving his daughter and wanting better for her than
Than me?
than the choices you make.
What choice did I have? Did I ever have?
Oh, I know. You had to live by your code. But your code is... well, it's not right.
Has your way been right, Mary? With you? And Jamie joining a bunch of crazies? And hypocritical daddy with his drinking and whoring and gambling? Huh? Is that what a pure life has gotten you? Begging me for help?
Oh, Arthur.
Arthur.
Be kind to me. Please.
Sorry.
I should have asked someone else. But
I'm the best guy you know at frightening decent people.
it wasn't that I didn't love you, Arthur. You know that. Oh, Arthur.
Whoa.
We were so very young.
What's up?
Think how different life could have been.
Yeah, I think about it a lot. It all seems so long ago, far away now.
Will you help me try to save Daddy?
Help Mary, don't help Mary. Press 1 to help.
Please.
Press
You came all this way.
2 to not help. 1 to help Mary.
Come along, Dan.
I guess I'll help her. Fuck.
Where are we going?
Yeah, it was
What's
time.
the old lovable patriarch been up to now?
Oh, Arthur, you know sarcasm is beneath you. He's been gambling and drinking and other things.
Oh, the filthy rotter. Where can we find him?
The
He said
rotter.
he was going down to the Theodore Eckhart stables. Something about a horse. It's down by the water in the warehouse district near the train yard.
Come on, then.
Don't be a pompous ass, Arthur. It doesn't suit you.
Oh, should I leave that to Daddy?
Leave Daddy alone. He suffers enough.
Well, I suppose I can take some consolation in that.
No, Arthur. I should have ran away with you years ago.
That's right.
You wouldn't.
No, I didn't.
It's
But-
cool.
Well,
Women always have excuses. They always leave the door half open.
So what do you think he's up to?
I'm not sure. He keeps saying it's a disgrace.
I'm gonna finish this mission and I'm gonna end the stream, bros.
Some old nag.
Standing? He's usually falling down.
Arthur. He wasn't always this way, but it has got worse.
Thank you, chat.
Drinking,
KT, Imperative, Chauncey,
pawning things off left and right.
Street Master
mixing with
Bob,
bad people.
Mo.
Just scared for him.
Well, don't worry too much. Whatever it is, we'll work it out.
This is the place. Let me go in and see what kind of a state he's in.
Sure. I'll wait here. Good luck. Scream if you need any help.
Very funny.
You can't stand there.
What?
What, in the street?
Yes, in the street.
Okay,
Is it
Ken.
your street?
Just get out of here.
Why?
I said, just get out of here.
Listen, partner.
Listen, boy.
I'm waiting on a lady. She's a fine lady. She's just gone inside. If I wasn't waiting on this lady, you'd be dead already. But if you continue to irritate me, I'll kill you. And make my apologies to the lady. It's your call.
Oh, I didn't mean nothing.
Been so demeaned in my life. Apology accepted. Oh, wait right there.
I have half a mind to kill you myself.
Daddy!
No.
Oh, Daddy, please, come home. You're tired, Daddy, tired
I
and
am no
unwell.
such thing. You get away from me. You head home. I insist upon it. Leave me be. Damn nuisance.
Excuse me, partner. Still as charming as ever, I see.
Oh, Arthur, he's up to no good. We better follow him.
Okay.
Well, he's fucking stone drunk. Keep your distance.
This way.
He's like 9 sheets to the wind.
He went around the corner.
Mary, can you shut up?
No, put that down, Arthur.
What are you talking about?
You can see why he has such a high opinion of himself.
We're on chapter 9 of Blood Meridian.
We'll just follow the smell.
2 more hours left in part 1. KT has requested Paradise Island or Treasure Island. or Three Musketeers.
Come here.
Three Musketeers is good, but I've never read Treasure Island. Hello. You sit down to pee. No, it's not true.
I don't think so.
Chapter 8.
I didn't say a thing insulting.
Rizza, no. Whoa, feller. Did you ever love someone as much as Rizza loves Shaylin? Oh, yeah. Rizza gets mad if you even, like, talk to Shaylin in, like, in a nice way.
This is kind of fun.
It's hilarious, dude.
You could have cleaned yourself up a bit.
And if you, like, try to, like, full on simp for it, like, it makes his blood boil. Like, he can't stand it because he's, like, divorced.
Let's go find out. Don't say I never show you a good time.
I'm just glad you're here.
Dude, Riz is a piece of shit. Just like Euros. Pieces of shit, and they're not real men. Yeah. They don't even play video games. Euros just develops video games with Sweet Baby
What's he
Inc.
doing? What do you think he's doing?
Well, he's
Hilariously sad.
waiting for a woman of dubious morals. He's trying to sell something. So,
I got all my morals from video games and the Bible.
She's selling something.
Have you got the brooch, Mr. Gillis?
Yes. Here.
Here's the money. That is beautiful.
It's a family heirloom.
That was Mother's brooch.
Not any longer, Mr. Gillis. Enjoy the money. And should you need any more, I can offer you a loan at a very reasonable rate of interest.
No, thank you. I've heard what happens to folks who take loans from you.
It's not
I've
even
met
his to
100
sell.
No, it's just a brooch. At least he didn't get himself killed.
You don't understand. Mother left it to me. You sold my mother's brooch? How could you?
You!
That's theft.
Oh, speaking of thieves, I see you found your outlaw again.
Hello, sir. Have you been well?
Daddy, how could you?
Mary, wait here. I'll go get the brooch.
Don't hurt anyone, Arthur.
He'll probably kill someone.
Catch up with the buyer.
Hey, you, Ashton! Hold her right there!
Whoa. Come on, where's my horse at, bro?
Hey! Stop that coach!
Let's go, bro. This is Blood Meridian. It's what Blood Meridian was supposed to be.
Stop that damn coach! Get back here! God damn it! Yeah.
Ghost, give us your top 373. I think I did already, bro. Based? I think it's base. Oh, I can't shoot him. That's fucked up. I'm supposed to, like, literally catch up with him. Push this fucking horse to the limit. Push it to the limit.
You stop right now! Hello, now!
What am I supposed to do, bro? Can I shoot the horses? I have to shoot the horses, bro.
It's all right, girl.
Like he's going into town or something. I'm almost there, bro.
What the hell?
That's what I had to do.
Yeah. Did Gillis put you up to this?
We got it now.
Let me go.
Got some Clydesdales on this bitch.
You can't do this.
I'm gonna go grab another beer and hope I don't die.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll be right back.
Yep.
Let me out of here.
Yeah.
You're making a big mistake. I bought that brooch fair and square. This is insane.
Alright. Oh shit. We're going the wrong way. No. Just need to back up. Go to the horse. Need to turn around completely. Let's see how far we are. Wow. Okay. Eat some cheese. Cheese wedge. Drinking and driving, bro. Here we go. Get Mary's brooch from the buyer.
Get out of there.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's just a brooch.
I want that brooch. It wasn't Gillis's to sell.
I bought it fair and square.
How much do you want for it?
I guess I could give it to you for $100.
100. What do you take me for?
Okay. I'm a reasonable man. Let's say 50.
Not good enough, Ashton.
Okay, Jesus! $25, that's my final offer. Take the damn thing. Crazy son of a bitch.
That's
You
right.
don't know who you're messing with. Somebody's gonna
Heal
pay for
him.
this.
You want to pay for that? Now where do we gotta go?
Not again. Never comes with a need.
Horse is just gone.
Idiot. Where's your father?
I don't know.
You want me to go find him again?
Not really.
Let's take a walk. I'll take you to the trolley.
Thank you.
Fruit knuckle sandwich discount.
Got you your brooch.
Sammy Snuggler, let's go.
I won't ask.
Probably best not.
Hey,
Oh shit. I was checking the stream.
what are you doing now? Right this moment.
Why'd you ask?
Well, I was wondering if you wanted to do something. Head to the theater, perhaps.
Theater? Me?
Son of a bitch,
Sure,
dude.
why not?
It'll be fun, Arthur. Let's go to the Relure. They have the strangest acts.
Strangest I can handle. Well, it's the normal business of life. I can't seem to get a grip on.
You and me both, Arthur. Oh, I've missed you.
Don't start.
You're an idiot, but you'll always be my friend.
Well, of course I'm your friend, but you ain't always fair with me.
If I was fair with you and a good person, I'd have had you hanged a long time ago.
What the?
That's true.
So, shut up and act like a gentleman, or at least try to for once in your brainless life.
You're not a very nice woman, Mrs. Lynn.
Well, look at the company I keep.
I know, it's quite dreadful, isn't it?
Whoa.
Sort of beautiful, in a gaudy and tasteless way.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Thank you.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that.
I'm sure. You silly man.
Dude, I literally predicted
Come on,
this.
let's go find our seats.
KT, this is
How
the
about
moment.
here on the right?
Sure.
After you.
Welcome! And thank you for that thunderous applause. I am Aldridge T. Abington, the greatest assembler of entertainment since Nero himself. Do not doubt.
Get off the
As a
stage.
child, I walked the horse manure-covered streets of Saint Denis. I never dreamed of the stir I would create
So,
in this locality
just
as a
starting or not?
proprietor
Are you
of
in a
the
rush,
greatest
Arthur?
show ever assembled. Prepare for the grandest excitement of your curiosity. Fire, snakes, and magic.
I encourage any of you to dabble in all three if you have a settled aversion to manual labor as I do. For entertainment
Oy
is a
vey.
gift that will see you through the
Whoa.
winter better than any packed larder or root cellar full of canned goods.
Gonna do it with Mary here, bro.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a truly stunning musical performance to the stage, Miss Robin Koninsky.
Oh, damn it. Make a move? Whoa, I have a mask on. Oops. The hell?
They come from Rogue, Strawberry, and Valentine, singing a song and drinking wine across Bayou Swamp and over the sea. We're heading down to San Denis. If your wagon is broke, get to the blacksmith shop. Don't worry yourself with planting a crop. The girls are wearing a brand new gown. We're heading to the San Denis town. Carpetbaggers, coal miners, and mountain folk, loosen them stirrups and let off that yoke. Pretty young things say, come with me in the parlors and brothels of San Denis. The porter is drinking and the whistle just blew. The trains are heading to the land of voodoo. You won't sleep a week,
Voodoo.
I can guarantee. Let's go drinking down in San Denis.
San Denis stinks.
It does.
There's dancing and singing and howling at the moon in the streets and alleys of each saloon. The rich and poor and the bourgeoisie, they's all heading down to San Denis. France didn't really give us much, except wine and grapes and fancy such and such. Pretend to be French, but can't you see? I'd rather live in San Denis. Yes, I'd rather live in San Denis. So draw your money, come see your honey in old San Denis. Well done.
Yeah, great.
Flawless. Perfect. Oh, I see you love her dulcet tones, right? Yes, she is pure spectacle, and I assure you she can charm any beast at all, from cockroach to killer whale.
What the?
Your mother most likely told you not to play with fire, or to spend time in the company of strange women. You are about to do both. Miss Antoinette Sanservino.
Stop it.
Uh-oh, it's getting darker. The mood is getting darker.
Look at that.
Okay. Ooh.
We need another act.
I'm just antagonizing all these.
You can see how this could go horribly wrong.
I hope she stays away from the curtain.
Right?
Enough of this crazy fire lady.
Boo, bitch.
You imagine doing that every day?
I can't think of anything worse.
It's saying that my stream is dead. Is the stream dead? Is the stream dead? No, the stream's not dead, so. My PlayStation just told me can't connect to service. Damn, come on. Like, boring. What happens if I cheer? Will that make Mary happy? Will that make Mary happy if I cheer at the funny fake?
Y'all see this? Do something better.
Yes!
No. What's wrong with poles? I'm against playing with fire, boo. That's Hindu crap. It was Hindu crap, bro.
Enchanting! Mesmerizing! She is truly one to bring home to mother.
No.
It is said that there is a
It's not even
place
white,
in
dude.
France where the naked ladies dance. I have been there.
It's all nonsense.
Prepare for the body brasiers of the Petit Flaneur in Gay Paris.
Alright. I'm going to smoke on this one. Whenever this fucking date ends, I will end the stream. Enjoy this gay Paris player. It's awful. Crazy French can. Oh, cheer it. It's what they call the kicking dance. I love me some dancing girls, boy. I almost saw her backside. Hate the French, love French women, right? Don't get no stage fright. Acts like they are nice.
Whoa, incredible! Aren't they lovely? Oh, those
Fuck
legs are
out
a
of
sight
here.
to behold. I am spent. Each of my shows is truly incredulous, awe-inspiring, and I'm sure you enjoyed. Thank you. We flounder through the morass of humanity, with only bright moments like these before it all goes dim and snuffs out in silence. So thank you. What a lovely evening. Come back tomorrow.
French women have small, insolent, pointy titties.
Alright. Well,
And a lot of them are gay,
Yes.
like, art, pretentious artists.
It was.
All right. You better take me to the trolley now, Mr. Morgan.
Of course.
Holy shit, bitch. What the fuck?
Quite ridiculous, but somehow very amusing.
Sure.
Did you ever love someone as much as Riz loves Shayla? Yeah, I probably love someone more than Riz has ever loved. Probably his own children, because he abandoned them.
Arthur?
I just had a nap. How about that?
If anyone close to me, well, they're wanting
I'm about to have a nap myself,
have
buddy.
you wrapped up in there, but it's coming to an end. This time it really is.
Run away with me, Arthur. Run away right now and don't look back.
I'd have a nap with a French woman.
More than anything I want to. But I've got some people I need to take care of. Once they're free, then I'm free. Then I can disappear.
But Arthur...
If we're gonna run away anywhere, we need money.
Fucking nap smack.
I'll have some.
I know you won't run away.
She's wearing Gryffindor colors, Mary is.
Very pretty. But I will once I get some money. I had some. But then some fool got it trapped into a town that I can't go back to. That's another story.
I'll write you.
Faggot Town. Chinatown. Japantown. Which Brian got from me. I said Japantown. But, you know, I'm not even... Brian can use Japantown. I don't have a trademark on it. Alright, so that's it. That's it, boys. I'm out. Grifter done. It's over. It's done. Been going for... If I go for 6 more minutes... Grifter door. If I go for 6 more minutes, I can do a 3-hour stream, which I don't do those a lot. Let me see if I can go. Good night. I'm gonna go for like 6 more minutes, KT. I'm gonna try and find the haircut. Where's that clothes? Where are the clothes at? Hey Nick, did you say you hate the French? No. No, I would never say I hate the French, bro. Are they frogmen? Yes. Do I hate them? No. You know, my mistake. No, you're all good. Imperative. No need, bro. Where the fuck is... Like the clothing store. That's a doctor. It's a general store. The front used to be cool. Bro, they like Napoleon and then they had like fucking tons of influence and power and stuff in Europe. Now they're cucked and overrun by Muslims. Oh, and I think it was because Napoleon was like a Freemason. Like back then, or whatever they want to call it. But we're in Saint Denis. We're on chapter 9 of Blood Meridian, and that's where I'm gonna end it, bros. 4 more minutes, and it'll be a 3-hour. They have to pay for water, so they don't bathe much. Yeah, you think like an Anglo, KT. George Washington was also a Freemason. He was a Freemason. But the Canadians did burn down the fucking White House because it was in like New York or some shit. Like, I get it was part of like the original colonies or whatever, but the Canadians were like, "Hey, bud," and like the king and them. But even after the Civil War, there were British loyalists that stayed in the States because like that's all like the monarchy and all that wasn't giving them shit. So they were literally British loyalists that stayed after the revolution and into the Civil War. It's real, dude. It's shit they don't teach you in school. Maple syrup bomb bed. Napoleon figured out later what the Yids were up to. Yeah, a little too late. He let the Jews out the ghettos. He was very anti-Catholic because he was a Freemason. Dukes aren't real. Space isn't real. It's just reflecting from the ice dome. It might not even be a dome, bro. It might be like a prism, like a pyramid, like the Egyptians.
That man spells trouble, don't
I don't know. Who knows what it is? I'm an agnostic earther. I'm an agnostic earther, bro. I don't believe in the shape of the earth. You know what I mean, bro? What? Wow. Yaku rocket pyramids. I'm a cat earther. No one's seen what the earth looks like besides what the media and the internet and Google tell us, which we can see that they can make AI images out of fucking cartoons. Need I say more, bro? This is technology that they've had years prior that they're just giving us now. You know what I mean? Alright. I think that's 3 hours. Almost. Nope. Another 45 seconds. The West was brought down, obviously, in the last 100 years, but it is still be the best. Only Japan remotely comes close to the because like they adopted a lot, and like even when we nuked them, we took out like the most Christian parts of their country, which is pathetic and sad. But Truman was a Freemason, and Freemasons hate Catholics. So see you guys. About to hit 3 hours. Great stream. Thank you, Warhammer. Thank you, KT. Thank you, 3-4, Chauncey, Tree Master Bob, Most Needly, all chat, all the right wing extremists, and yeah, I think that's it. So see you later, boys. Have a good one. I'll probably stream Mafia Monday. Mafia Monday, Omerta Monday. It's coming. Juice.